3, 2.
Let's go. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. You are now tuning in to episode 25 of the Off the Menu podcast. I am your friend, your host, Key, here with my brothers, my co-hosts, Moose, Woo, and Tay, and a special guest, a very special guest, going crazy, Vivian,
wow,
aka Auntviv,
Hi, y'all.
photographer, sorry, extraordinaire, go-getter, going crazy. Let me get some,
yeah. Got him.
Going crazy. Let them know. Welcome, Vivian. How are you?
Good. How are you? That was a good
crazy.
intro.
Was it a
Really?
good intro?
That was a good intro.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's very good at
Yeah,
those.
At this
Yeah.
point, he should be really great at them, huh?
We
yeah,
try.
you're good.
We try hard.
Yeah.
We try hard.
Episodes
man.
in.
But thank you for being here. Episode 25 off the menu
Episode 25,
podcast.
going crazy.
For those of you who may not know, Vivian is actually my cousin from Fresno. And I
crazy.
actually met
Well,
Vivian recently.
I'm not from Fresno.
Oh, where your
I'm
mom's
from
Fresno?
Charlotte. No, we live in. I grew up in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
Oh, J. Cole?
Yeah.
See? Yeah,
Oh,
Jacob.
They call
crazy.
Fayetteville, North Carolina, Dreamville folk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. See, it's everything new. But see,
Yeah.
we met during a funeral, our great grandpa's. So, that's when I first met a lot of the family from that side. And then
Yeah.
I was like, man, Vivian's just like one of the coolest people that we've ever met, and she's in the family. So we applaud her for that. She lives a lifestyle that it's always fun. You're always on your toes.
If
Yeah.
there's
Always
one
ready to do
thing,
things.
if there's one thing to know about Tay's family, y'all talented as fuck. It's all hidden too.
I know,
It's all
I was
hidden
thinking
gems,
about
hitting here, going here.
It's like, this is my
Everybody got
cousin.
something going on. For
Owns
sure.
a
But that's the
train.
thing I'm learning too, because like we met during great grandpa's funeral, and it's more like a celebration of life because he was
Yeah.
99.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
And we didn't grow up together, but now it's kind of like, now that we've rekindled, it's been so cool just like being welcomed into this side of the family that we're just now learning. But then it's like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree
It
because
does not.
Yeah.
It does
everything
not.
we've done,
So
it's like
crazy.
it aligns, just like our other cousins who are like into graphic design, into
Yeah.
DJing, to music. Like growing up in North Carolina away from a lot of family, I'm like, oh, I feel like I might be the black sheep if I meet
Mhm.
a lot of the cousins, but it's crazy how much we like the same things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tight. You guys have a lot in common. Little did
Yeah.
you know. Huh?
I know.
That's
I think
crazy.
I'm grateful. That's really rare because
Yeah.
people tell me stories about their families. They're like, yeah, like I'm the black sheep. Like my family doesn't get me.
Yeah.
But even though we've only rekindled for like get to know each other for
Yeah.
the past 2 years, it's like, yeah, we all vibe really well.
Yeah. We're all degens.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way.
Exactly.
100%.
In a way.
Right. I'm like,
That's
talking
the
about-
that's the first part of it all,
That's why I get along with you guys.
That's why I get along with everyone else.
Yeah. So, like when we met a couple years ago, we just had baby encounters. We talked a little and stuff. It wasn't until the wedding when you came down last year
Yeah.
that I really got to know you a little more. I was like, wow, you do a lot of stuff because you talk to Amy, and that's
Yeah.
I'm honestly grateful that we have such a beautiful family that embraces anyone that comes in.
It's very true.
And like you could be anyone off the street. Our family will feed you, take you in, and
You
anything.
getting
and
a
then,
plate.
and then literally Amy she's like, man, Vivian's so cool. Like when I was talking to her, she's literally living the lifestyle she would live, if we lived in LA,
Right.
and and that's where she's from right now. She lives in LA. We're gonna get into what she does. So go ahead, let us know about you.
Yeah, I guess I lived so many lifetimes. It's hard to like pinpoint, like say who I am like right now,
Mm-hmm.
or no, who I am in general. But I can tell you like what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
I love when
So,
people say that.
Yeah, it's
I love when people
crazy.
say that.
And like the older I get, I'm just realizing like everything I've done over the time plays a part into who I am right now.
For sure.
So I'm a photographer, but that also entails like me in the creative space. Like I do some art directing. I've done graphic design.
Wow.
And it's always just me like pivoting for not for the next best thing. It's just like, okay, one thing y'all can know about me is I will always get myself out of a bad situation, no matter what that looks like.
Of course.
So I wanted to go to school for dentistry. That was like my thing. Like I wanted to be a dentist so badly.
Oh my God, I can't wrap my
Really?
head
I
around
know.
folks like you. I'm like, I hate teeth.
Mhm.
I had bad
I thought
teeth
it was
growing
so
up too.
cool.
Oh my
I did
God.
too. I think that's the reason why it was so like intriguing. But yeah, fast forward into high school, I was like, oh, I'll do a dental shadowship. fell asleep every day, literally watching them pull out teeth. I watched a lady get a root canal without any Novocaine because her insurance didn't cover it. She's like gripping the seat. They're like, let us know if you need us to stop. Are you okay? She's like, I'm good.
Oh, yeah,
I mean, this lady probably likes the way that feels or something. I don't know. Like,
Ew.
Anyways, so dental shadowship. That's when I knew kind of strayed away from it. But since I was going to college, I went to the community college and I was like, I would transfer to a university. So I was going to transfer to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill for dental hygiene. And so I was waitlisted, like the last on the list to be, what is the word? Accepted.
Yeah.
There's 30 people in the program. I was like 31.
Wow.
And I didn't get in. So I was like, okay, well, second choice, marine biology.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
the choices.
I
A
know.
jump
The
from
choices.
dentistry to
Exactly,
marine
because I was like,
biology.
I don't know if I can be confined within four walls
Yeah.
either.
Just you want to be in the water.
Exactly, I wanted to be in the water.
No confinement at all.
Open
Right.
space.
Except for oxygen.
Exactly. I went through all these phases in my life where it's just like music was a thing, wanting to be a surfer was a thing.
Wow.
So that was like another thing, marine bio. I also wanted to save the world. So I went
We all
for
do.
marine biology. I'm like, this is probably going to get long. Maybe we can edit this out. But
No,
Oh,
you're okay.
We go
This is
straight
fine.
through. We go
Oh,
straight through.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
We can take as
amazing.
long as you want. Don't worry.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Marine bio. I concentrated in marine microbiology. So like all the oil spills in the ocean.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I studied just like, we just wanted to clean that up in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most effective way possible without damaging, the animals.
Cost
using
effective,
cost-effective,
environment effective.
no crazy like
Yeah.
soaps and stuff. So worked in the lab for a bit. I also wanted to go for marine biology because I've always wanted to be a nat geo photographer. This is where the photography comes
That's
in.
tight.
Oh,
Yeah.
Even though I never
the
took-
transition.
Yeah, and I never took a photography class. My dad had cameras lying around. I would take pictures of my little sister, who's like 10 years younger than me.
Mhm.
And then, I worked in lab for a bit after I graduated college. I just realized, like, I don't know, for me to be successful in the science world, I would have had to go back, extended my years in academia,
Mhm.
and just power through it. And I didn't want to go back to school.
Right.
And so I would just take photos for people here and there, people's brands, graduation photos,
Mhm.
birthdays, whatever.
How it usually goes.
How it usually
Mhm.
goes,
Uh-huh.
yeah. And then I would just do some experimental stuff with my friends, and like the experimental things just kept happening, and like we would
Yeah.
just
And just kept
come
going
together,
and going.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just like creative direct some things.
Nice.
And then when I graduated school, the first time, that's because I went to school for marine biology. I never claimed a minor.
Yeah.
So I went to University of North Carolina, Wilmington. I graduated and I was like, never claimed a minor. I'm going to go back to school. Got a grant to go to UNCG, which is University of North Carolina, Greensboro.
Wow.
And then my parents moved to Fresno 2017. I moved to Fresno 2018, lived there for 6 months, and then saw that a job in my old city, Charlotte, was hiring, and it was lead photographer for social status.
Oh.
Ooh.
Wow.
No, that's
Damn.
As you can
really
see,
cool.
right?
You do a lot, and I think
Yeah.
in our past episodes we're always talking about like just try it, just do it. You guys, Vivian is trying it. She's doing it.
know.
It's all trial and error, and she's gone through every single one of them and figured out. And sometimes it's okay to hey, this isn't for me, but at least you tried it, right?
Yeah.
Which is good. So we're always pushing that here to just get into it and to try it out to see if it's something for you. And it sounds like you've done it a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a few times. I think a lot of that comes from like, growing up with first generation parents who are always
Yes.
working.
Right.
Oh,
It's
goodness,
always
yeah.
like later, which I
Mhm.
understand why they say like we can't do this now. We have to do it later when we have money.
Right.
Mhm.
Being able to take account of like the resources and utilize just everything that's in front of you.
Yeah. Work
I
with what
think-
you have.
Exactly. Work with what you
Mhm.
have.
Right.
Because there are things there. It's just like sometimes I'll have this bad habit saying like I can't, but then I'll do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But where was I? Oh yeah. So marine biology.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I got an interview. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna move back to North Carolina for a little bit.
Wow.
Like I wanted to work there for a year, just get some names under my belt,
Mhm.
and then figure out what's gonna happen next. But like COVID happened. I ended up
Right.
staying there for a year and a
Okay.
half. And so through that, I was able to work in like music, in fashion, everything that I ever liked kind of just
Meshed
piled-
together, right?
Yeah,
into
meshed
place
together.
for you, right?
Yeah.
And was this in LA or was this back in North Carolina?
this is back
Carolina.
in North Carolina.
What is social status for the people that don't know?
Yes.
Social Status is a luxury boutique. But beyond that, I mean, the Whitaker Group umbrellas that. So it's
Yeah.
Mama Manier, Social Status,
Right.
APB, and then their 501c3 sector, Be Social. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just like, yeah, they do a great job just like giving back to the community. And I think that's the thing that separates and differentiates this boutique from other people or this series of boutiques. It's just like, it's very community forward. And that's what I really liked about it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's
community
sick.
and experience.
Because I was in retail for a long time, but that was my dream to work in a boutique like that. Like I was working for brands when I always wanted to work for something a little bit more targeted towards the community.
Yeah.
Which I feel like you just get to do dope shit.
Yeah, there was never
Yeah.
a dull day. I think it was cool working for a boutique like that just because you get to touch a lot of brands and you
Yeah,
get to
for sure.
pivot between each thing. And as a photographer, you have to understand the brand identity of each brand
Yeah.
and then figure out like what that will look like and what that can market while holding on to like what the brand image of the boutique is.
Right. The standard.
Yeah,
of-
exactly.
Of it all,
Yeah.
right.
And so I think a lot of people struggle with that too because they're just like, they have all these ideas, which I do too. Like, don't get me wrong, all these ideas, but it's like you have to hone into like
It's very true.
exactly like specify what is good for each brand. I think that's a fun part of it too.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
where your creative directing comes in. You get to like kind of
Yeah.
figure it out with each brand.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
Because some people will see that as like limitations, but mostly it's like guidelines.
Right.
Because like if you have no guidelines, everything's just gonna be all willy nilly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
direction.
Exactly.
Really, just
Structure.
direction.
Structure's the
Yeah.
biggest thing when it comes to all this stuff
Right.
because
Exactly.
without structure, everything falls apart.
Yes, as a Virgo, yes.
Oh, Virgo.
Yeah, I'm a Virgo.
Earth sign.
I am. Well, I'm a cusp.
What do you know about
Leo
signs?
Yeah, Virgo. Yeah.
What you
I'm
know?
very, very
What time were you
certain.
born?
Whatever, dude. Stop throwing that shit out.
Call your mom right now. What time were you born?
Hey, I was born, I can tell you all my signs, I think.
Okay.
I am a
Okay.
Gemini, but a Leo rising. That's why I'm pretty.
Okay.
And my
Okay, that's the
moon
most
sign.
Leo thing I could possibly hear from somebody. Okay, keep going. What's your moon?
My moon, dude, actually, I got to look this up on my app. I forgot what
You
it
have an
is.
app?
Yeah, dude.
On my
There's an
app.
app. That's how you figure this shit out. I don't know. I can't read
I
the
don't need to
stars.
figure it out. I got a fortune cookie every time I go to an Asian restaurant.
That's
Tells
not
me
the
something.
same
tell
It's
you
the
your
same
sign?
thing.
What fortune cookies tell you your sign? You're like, today
lot
you
of
are
them.
a
Yeah,
Sagittarius.
It lets me know. It's like you're a rising today.
It's like you're a chow mein rising.
I know.
It's like, damn, how do you know?
My moon sign, I think
My
I'm a
moon
like
sign's in Crab Rangoon.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Hey,
eat crab.
hey, they use fake, imitation crab all day.
Oh, yeah.
Imitation
See?
crab
They
all
make
day.
it for a
It's too
reason.
expensive. They don't use real
You
crab
can
anywhere.
eat imitation crab?
It's fish.
I
They made it
didn't
for a
know
reason.
that.
You know imitation crab? That's why it's
No,
imitation.
I've seen a video of imitation crab. It's not fish. It's something else.
Hey, whatever it is, it ain't crab.
It's
What's
a
something
paste.
else?
What
It's
is
a
it?
paste of some sort. I don't know. It's not good.
Half of the
It's
food
a
today
what
is
of some
paste.
sort?
It's a paste.
Paste.
Yeah, I don't know
Crab
what.
paste.
It's I don't know. Watch how it's made on YouTube after this. You guys are fucking crazy.
Hold up, let me pull it up on my codependent, or is it CoStar?
Oh,
CoStar.
Codependent.
CoStar.
What are you-
Therapy.
What insurance company you have? We don't have insurance here.
Maddie, what the
No.
fuck, Maddie?
Is that the type of attachment style you have? You just told on yourself.
See, now
I'm
I really
codependent.
don't know. Now I put myself on the spot. Okay,
Oh man.
let's figure this out. What is my moon sign? Sifu, I need technical support.
Shout outs CoStar.
Where's my
one
chart?
time.
Where's my chart? Damn, this is all over the place. Okay, sun is Gemini, moon is Pisces, and then is rising is a Leo. So yeah,
What is moon? The moon sign?
it's like your emotions or something,
Okay.
which I have no idea.
What does that? What does that entail though about you? Because I don't know anything about. I don't know
I
anything
don't
about
know
signs.
shit about this.
I'm sensitive probably because I am.
Are Pisces sensitive? Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
You can read it and then y'all can be like, oh yeah,
'Kay.
check yes or no.
So this is moon in Pisces. The moon rules your emotions, moods, and feelings. It's likely that your sign is you most think of yourself since it reflects your personality when you're alone and deeply comfortable. Let's see.
Okay, Joker.
I'm Batman.
Now everything makes sense.
Where is my moon sign? It doesn't tell me what the hell my fucking Virgo is about, I guess. So
Your
I mean,
Virgo?
sorry, not Virgo. Pisces is about.
I'm getting confused as hell over here.
Oh, wait, okay. Your moon is in Pisces, meaning your emotional self and empathetic, dreamy, Sensitive.
Dreamy.
Sensitive. I am dreamy. Sensitive and gentle. You feel vulnerable most of the time and desperately wish for a partner who deeply understands you.
There's nothing edgy about that.
That is not edgy.
It's my moon sign. It's when I'm by myself, dog.
There's nothing,
yourself.
your personality is not edgy at all now. I see it now. You're a cotton candy.
The Leo is, I think, what people perceive you as, or like the rising.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, the Leo, is like
What we see.
the personality that everybody
Okay.
sees.
Should we get a psychic, to come in and just do that for us one day?
Like a
read our
palm reader?
palm
oh,
readers
you
and
guys
stuff.
should.
Oh, that would be
crazy.
sick.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I want to know.
You know,
man.
because the Vietnamese ladies be fucking telling me all this crazy shit, dude.
Huh.
And I don't believe them half the time, but they see feet and hands all the time.
That means you guys got to get co-star and we got to figure out your
Yeah,
signs.
we can
Or
find
the
someone.
pattern or
Yeah.
some other apps.
Wait, you said you're a cusp, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm a cusp too.
My birthday's August 22nd. So I'm
August
like,
22nd.
growing up, it said August 22nd was Leo.
Mm-hmm.
But I would read these things. I'm like, doesn't pertain to me.
Yeah.
And then my friend read my charts in college. She's like, you're a Virgo. I'm like, what the heck is a Virgo?
You know what's crazy? My birthday's August 21st.
Whoa.
Leo as well.
That's crazy. Happy late
Ooh.
birthday.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I don't know. I don't know about signs.
Don't look
Do
at
I
me.
act like a Leo? What's up?
Are
Do
you
I
a
act
Leo?
like a Leo? I'm
I don't know
I'm a
anything about
Leo.
signs.
Amy's scratching her head.
I don't know anything about signs. We don't know anything about signs. She knows she's a Capricorn. I know I'm a Sagittarius. I know I'm one of the best ones because I'm half human, half horse.
My rising.
I can go into battle whenever I want.
Okay.
I'm one of the best ones.
It's the only sign we know, you guys. It's the only sign we know.
Maybe that's something Sagittarius would say.
Yeah. No, it is.
I
I can
Probably.
tell you one thing. I get along with Sagittarius all the
Is that
time.
why we get
me
along?
too.
Yeah, dude, it's weird.
Do we get along?
Mm-hmm.
Going crazy.
See, we get along with everyone.
My
We got to
ri-
figure this out.
right.
We got to figure out yours too.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know,
find
the-
out.
the moon
Yeah,
and the
he's a
rising.
Leo, but what is something about him that's a Leo though? Read the personality traits. We'll let
Let me
tech
know.
support do something behind the
find out.
scenes, and we'll go into the questions. I had a question that I really wanted to see if we can answer to. It's like, you work with a lot of people.
lot
Who
of
were the
big
top
brands.
3 that you've worked
Big
with that
names.
you've were able to just do you and Viv style?
Yeah.
Top 3 people
Or brands.
or brands. Okay. Well, I can say like the people who have had an imprint on me.
Mm-hmm.
Dang. I'm like jogging my memory right now.
No, you're fine. You're fine. This happens a lot when we're on here. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
Dude,
when we answer like the influential questions, like who are your top 3 that you worked with? Who are the top 3 that you want to work with and stuff like that? What makes you now? What makes your style unique? You know,
Yeah.
like who helped you pave the way for yourself?
These are great reflection questions.
Yeah.
Especially me, just like, I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And I do a lot of reflecting in terms of just like emotionally. But then when it comes to like the people who've been on my path too, like I need to do a better job at just being like, oh yeah, we crossed paths and this is how they affected me.
Mm-hmm.
One person would be Oliver from the XX. Do you
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm not familiar.
From
I don't
who?
think.
the XX,
They're like a band.
it's a band. Yeah.
Oh.
yeah, they make
You
music
might-
and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
You might have heard some like remixes and all this stuff.
Mhm.
Based out in LA? Or?
No, I want to say, I'm like, dang, can we scratch this out? I know they're from Europe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
No,
Dope. Hell yeah.
Just check them out. Like, if you guys really want to know who they are, that's just she's putting that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's okay. Let's start
Yeah.
there.
Right.
How did you end up working with them? How did you get to working with guys like them?
Yeah. So the XX was one of my favorite bands in high school, and then that was like the first show I've ever been to.
Mhm.
I worked with Brain Dead as a social media coordinator. and,
Shout
like,
out Brain Dead one time.
take some photos for them. I would do the event photography as well.
Nice.
And so we had Oliver come in for one of their debut albums. And yeah, it was really cool photographing him. It was like,
Nice.
that's when I realized like a full circle moment. And I feel like I've had a lot of those recently, like even in music, when I was working at the Social Status, like we brought in David Banner for
Get like
for
me.
this, like
Get
I know,
David
right?
Banner.
David Banner. But it was an Adidas project that we worked on where he came in and talked to kids about production. That's one other person. It was like again, full circle moment.
Right.
Well, no, that's cool though. Like
Fuse
that,
of
they do
808
that
Mafia, yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
And then Preston Prizzy, shout out Prizzy. He's a really great producer.
Who's your Prizzy? We have,
Not our
the
prison.
guy in your chair. His name is P.
PPRZZY?
Prizzy.
Oh, his name is P. Prizzy.
The scariest?
The scariest.
Scary?
No, this is Preston.
Yeah.
He's in Atlanta, and he's an amazing like producer. sound engineer.
Wow. Not only have you like traveled and been places, but it sounds like you know people in these places as well to kind of like move around and stuff, which is really cool.
Yeah. And it's cool. I think it's really great crossing paths. You know, because people have a busy life and they have a busy schedule. It'd be cool if I can be able to like maintain that relationship, but that happens over time, especially like people you're around.
Yeah. We kind of got lucky because like we and Amy had talked about like wanting you on the podcast, and we're like, man, when are we ever gonna get Vivian out here? We would have to buy her a ticket and stuff. And then we're like, oh wait, let's wait until the wedding. And then we're like, the wedding happened this weekend, and literally happened on Saturday. I was like, she was like singing in front of us, like, hey, I want you on the podcast.
That was so funny. I know, it was like 1 a.m.
Yeah.
We're doing karaoke after the wedding, and we, as in me, mostly me. And I was just singing, and then I'd slowly let y'all know that I made music. Yeah,
which was crazy. Like, because like I said, over the last couple of years, we've kind of got to know each other, and that was just one thing we didn't know at all. Like, in high school, right? You had started in high school or college?
Making music?
Yeah.
Just recently, maybe?
No, not recently at all. So in 5th grade, my music teacher heard me singing, and he was like, hey, I signed you and this other boy up for this church choir, like auditions.
Oh, really?
I tried to hide the little paper from my dad, and he was like, he found it. And he's like, oh, I'm going to take you to the auditions. I was like, oh, no. Like, I didn't
how do you get enough?
I was really quiet, and like I never talked to anyone at all. And they take me to the audition. I had to sing My Country 'Tis of Thee in like 4 different octaves.
It's a banger.
Got placed as a soprano. And then, I was in a
You were a soprano? That's impressive.
Church choir.
Crazy.
Damn, man.
Yeah, church choir.
No, I tell you, dude, it's crazy because like we were on the couch and we do karaoke here. We sing with the lyrics and the song on. She's like, "Can we get the actual karaoke version, the instrumental with the words on it?" And I'm like, "What?"
Instead of cut the beats, like
and
cut the lyrics.
And she's literally got into it, and she's like, she's saying "Passion Fruit." She's saying "Visit You."
She was
crazy. Miles away.
Tell him.
No, she was getting down, and we were just like I said, we were just sitting there, and I was like, "We need to have her on the podcast for real."
Yeah,
I need to ask her right now. And then I was like, "Hey, you want to be on our podcast?" She goes, "I'm shy. What would I talk about?" And I was like, "No, just get on there, and you know exactly what to do."
Yeah.
I swear, I didn't know that you were going to be on today's pod.
Nobody was. This was supposed to be a different episode.
I was like, did we talk about this?
No.
And I was like,
I
don't
love
know.
that surprise.
Yeah.
It's me.
No, but they have been talking about you for like weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
that's sweet, y'all.
that's why I thought we're like, did we go through this? But I guess it's okay. So
Well, now, you're here. Thank you for making
course.
time to come out. And shout outs to Kenny and Nessie, by the way. Beautiful wedding.
This is pretty much looping it over to us too.
Yeah.
Right?
So,
Thank
I cried the whole time.
yeah.
You did. You made us cry.
Yeah, shout outs.
My speech made everyone cry. I was like, I'm gonna go in hot. I'm gonna go in crying already. And they were like, what the fuck? So I walked up and started crying. And everyone was like, man, he's already
crazy.
crying.
did you plan that?
Yeah, I planned it the day before.
On cue, he's like, after
knew
this
it.
word.
No,
I'm gonna
Liddy
cry.
on Friday, I told the groomsmen in the line, hey, don't be nervous about the speech. Just go in there and do it. I'm gonna go in crying just to show you guys it don't matter what you do. And Nessie, the first thing she says, she goes, "Oh my God, he's already crying."
If you guys don't know Tay's an actual like really good actor because
Oh my
I remember
God.
years ago, I think it was like 2015, 2016. He's like, I can make myself cry. I can cry anytime I want. I just choose not to. I was like,
Wow.
what?
Cry
And
on
then
command?
dude cries whenever he wants. Fucking crazy.
Except for the time and I had $100 on it and I couldn't do it. We had a bet one time. We were sitting in the living room. Who can cry on command? I was trying to do it and I was like, okay, this is not working. Can you put on Kanye West, Hey Mama right now?
my
And then I started
gosh.
tearing up and then I was like, okay, there you go.
That's cheating.
That's not cheating.
No, it's not.
Dude, people think about crazy shit to make themselves cry. And I'm over here like, I'm singing Hey Mom in my head.
Mama.
Yeah. And then boom.
Dang. It's always too hard to do things on command when money's involved.
Yeah. For some reason, I couldn't do it. No one got the $100.
Oh, see? That's why you couldn't cry, because no one had any
Yeah. I was like, no. And then I started crying after we couldn't get the money.
That's stupid.
It wasn't acting though. It was my sister's wedding. It was heartfelt. I knew I had to go in there and express how I felt. So congratulations to them.
Yes.
Congrats.
You know, we had
Congrats to
a
them. Thank them for inviting
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
now that Vivian
And we
was
got you
here at
here
the
now
wedding,
too,
and now we
for the pod.
it was
so-
2 and 1.
Yeah.
Like,
I wasn't at the wedding, so I'm benefiting from
yeah.
it.
So
Yeah.
now you could
Yeah.
have benefited from
Hell
Now
yeah.
you guys are to meet like one of the coolest people. Like I said, she's still one of the coolest people I know.
Yeah.
Like that I'm still getting to know as well. You know, and there's
No,
there's always something brand new popping up.
We love people who've experienced a lot, and it sounds like you've experienced a lot. It sounds like, you know what I like about that story that you told about that church choir thing? It sounds like you were uncomfortable to do it, but you still
Yeah.
did it anyways.
That's the thing. I can't say no.
You know,
It's like I thought it was a fault of my own where I can't say no, but because I can't say no, it's gotten me places where
exactly what I was.
And now
gonna
she's
say.
here.
Yeah, I'm like,
It's
She's like,
taking
yeah.
you places,
Sure.
and you did it. I mean, since you were in 5th grade, you know, so it just carries.
Yeah.
It's probably happened a lot without
Yeah.
you really noticing. So it takes a lot out of one person to really put themselves out there, especially at a young age, and then you know continuously doing it after and after. You know,
a lot of initiative.
Initiative.
Because a lot of people back out, you know, and they don't get
people
to have
get cold
that experience.
feet. You know, people get cold
Yeah.
feet. They don't want to go back to North Carolina. Fuck the job. Fuck, I'm just stay at home with fam. But
Exactly.
you didn't do that, and look at you now. You know, you've seen a lot. You've done a lot, and it should be something you should be proud of.
Thank you. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
So wow, that was really heartfelt.
Yeah.
Because for a while I was like trying to make peace with me having an unconventional life, like not really having all the things that I planned out, you know, like being a dentist,
Right.
being married at a certain age, like having kids.
Right.
Like none of that has happened for me, and that's okay.
And the best
I
part
don't know
about
yet.
that is that shit did not stop you
That's
at all,
true.
right? You
None of
know,
that
so
stopped
that's
me.
like keep going, man.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
Going crazy with him.
I think that's a
For
big
reals.
part.
Going
of life,
crazy.
just
That's his
literally,
catchphrase.
Going crazy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Going crazy on him.
You have t-shirts that say that?
No. So
I'm actually, I was good. You could ruin the surprise. I was working on that.
No, okay, you didn't have to say that.
No, I just got excited, man.
Moose
Oh,
can't
you
hold a
had-
secret though, so
No, bro.
like he really can't.
I was
Because
like, dang. Y'all
Me and my
could've
lady
just
been saying it all week. We're like going crazy.
going crazy.
Moose was the only person I told in Japan that I was gonna propose
Oh.
because I needed a camera guy, right? And he was. I knew I had to tell him the morning of
Uh-oh.
because if I told him any other day, it would have slipped up anywhere during the trip.
I'm like,
my
damn it,
gosh.
wait, I gotta have the camera to film the thing.
They're like, "What thing? The proposal? You guys don't know?"
Oh, yeah, you guys
To
didn't hear about that proposal?
Crazy story about that though. I got lost. I was on my own. We went to the Digital
my
Art
gosh.
Museum in Japan, and I had got lost, and I lost everybody. And I was walking around the museum with my a camera, and then what do you have it? They get to the spot where Tay wants to ask her. And then I just popped up there, and he's like, "You ready?" I was like, "Yeah." I honestly was not ready at all.
was
It's like, yeah.
It was literally the
ready.
craziest moment because I was looking around. And I was like, "Oh, we lost Moose. All right, I don't care if he's here or not. I'm gonna do it." And then he popped up right behind us, and I was like,
Right then.
Hey, right now." And he goes, "Right now?" Walked in, got down on one knee, and then my friends in the back was like, "What the fuck are you doing on the floor, Tay?"
Peter. Shout out Peter one time. I knew it just by the way you said it.
Gosh,
And then now, we had we got married now 1 year next year or next month.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It was 1 year since
Yeah.
I was here last
It's
year.
just, that's what's crazy. And then you're gonna be back here in 2 years, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah.
Podcast. So what's
Podcast.
going to be your 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll have you on. We'll get a life update and all that.
Right.
We should go
Every-
visit you out there.
Oh,
and
that
shoot
would be
the
hard.
podcast
We
with
could do a
you.
That would be
podcast
sick.
outside in the park.
Let's do it.
Oh,
Bro.
shit.
Right?
In
Bro,
LA.
I'm telling you, going
We
crazy.
just sit there and
We've-
podcast.
we've
and
been
it's
trying
like
that.
people watching.
Yeah. He's like,
We
you guys
just-
see that dog?
Favorite thing.
He's been
You
rolling for
guys
10
ever do
seconds.
that? You just sit there and like create stories about people that you see.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, my favorite
I'm like, oh,
thing
that
to
guy's
do.
name's Joe.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all he has going on for him. His name's
Best
Joe.
place to
That's
do
it.
that at is friggin' Disneyland.
Disney.
You see so many outlandish people. It's just like, that's Margaret. She just divorced her husband in 2 years.
Dang. That's
I
what-
do mine at pho restaurants because I can do an accent.
Oh my gosh.
do it.
I'm not doing it.
No.
You guys don't want me to get canceled now.
Dang. Episode 25 gets canceled. It ends
hey,
here.
He could have got
Hey,
canceled
there's been
like
plenty of
10
time.
Oh,
episodes
okay.
ago.
I could have been canceled from the beginning.
100%.
Dang.
Episode 9 in particular.
No, it wasn't. That's nothing crazy. It was a question that was asked, and I answered the question by answering with the title of the video I watched.
Okay.
That was all. I'm not going to go into too much detail because people are going to get too lost back and they have to go back. Watch
true.
episode 9 if you guys want to know what the hell we're talking about.
He said it in context.
Yeah, it was
Let's just
everything
say
was in
that.
context. I don't ever speak out of context
Okay.
except for
I'll take
facts
your
that
word.
were
You said
correct.
the
I'm
F word.
I'll take your word. Oh,
No, that's context too.
He did. He
That's
was.
context.
It was in quotes. So there you go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
And what's the F word? What was it?
I'm like head scratch.
Yeah, she's like, oh no.
Oh no! What am I? What am I?
What am I getting myself into?
Yeah,
Am I going to get
right.
canceled because these guys?
I know,
Don't
I
worry,
was
it's not gonna be
dang,
that kind of
I actually
episode.
don't know them.
We're actually not related.
We're actually
I've only known him 2 years.
right. We just saw Asian people walking
Yeah.
on the street. Like, hey, you want
We
to
took them in. That's just how the family is.
Exactly. We took them in. We took them in. Just
Yeah.
weirdos. Yeah, best
So-
place to people watch airports.
Airports
too.
But you're just lounging around.
That's
You don't know.
You go into the lounge though. The Delta Skyline, the Sky Mile Lounge.
Okay, money.
Yeah, if you a bad bitch,
Dude,
damn.
They raised the price to
Can't relate.
$75.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. It used to be 25. It was free before COVID. $25 after COVID. Now it's $75 per person.
How about I seen a
that's not bad.
YouTube video?
No, that's a big jump.
I seen a YouTube video of inside one of those things. They had a fucking buffet in that.
No,
bitch.
yeah,
What
no.
the fuck?
That's why it's worth it. You get
booze,
buffet,
crazy.
alcohol,
Yeah.
and then it's just a lounge. You can sleep. They have sleep pods.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Like it's good for international flights.
There's always a guy with a briefcase.
That's everywhere we
What's
go.
in there? Deal or
what's
no
in
deal?
Deal or no deal. next time I go, I'm gonna be like deal or no deal.
Show him to me, Howie.
Right. Excuse me, Mr. Howie. Mr. Mendel.
They're gonna be like, what the hell's going
Mr.
on with this
Mendel.
guy?
Dude, that's a new dream of mine. I just want to be one of those girls that just open up the case.
Okay.
But there's all the girls, and there's just gonna be me, and I'm like,
Oh, okay. I thought you.
I thought you were gonna go.
no.
Nothing
I thought
wrong
we were going
with
to
that.
Thailand.
No,
Hey.
no.
I don't. Here's the thing. I would just look like my mom.
That's cute.
No, I don't want to
No,
look
you
like
would
my
look
mom.
like your
is cute?
sister.
You don't think your mom is cute?
No,
She's
my
a
mom
cute
is a beautiful
lady, huh?
person. I don't want to look like my mom.
You would look like your
Wow.
sister.
I know. Oh, no,
Well,
here's the thing. This
Can
is
we
how
talk
I know.
about how genetics work?
Yeah.
This is how I know. You know that girl filter on Snapchat?
Yeah.
My brother did it. He was a bad bitch, dude. He was sexy, bro. He was so
Shout out
hot.
to Jesse.
Yeah, dude.
Sexy.
Shout outs to my brother Jesse. He was so hot, dude. I was like, damn, you are beautiful. My cousin did it.
He's like, you're lucky, you're my brother.
My cousin did it. He was an ABG. I was like, oh, I can't wait until it's my turn. And then I did mine. I looked like my mom.
Mom, what are you doing here, Mom?
I was like, oh, well, I'm not gonna say anything about that, but I guess it's just my mom with green hair because I had green hair at the time.
That's so funny.
Because your mom as the Joker.
You hungry?
Oh my god.
You know,
Oh my gosh.
I used to be like you.
You got to do the whole thing now. I'm intrigued now about how
No.
far this goes.
I've just been watching too many Batman videos. Batman 2 is like 3 years out. I've been fiending, so I've been watching too much Batman shit. So
It's all good. That's how I build up for Fast and the Furious.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
you feel my pain.
Yeah.
You feel my pain. Sorry.
I'm so
we-
mad I couldn't get Vin Diesel to do my speech.
what is your favorite superhero?
My favorite
Yeah.
superhero?
Just ask that.
Shoot.
Getting into some fun questions real quick.
I know. I'm not really hip to superheroes. I'm trying to think.
Instead
Like-
of being a superhero, or who would be a superhero that you're into, what about a superpower?
A superpower? Okay, you can do superpower. I wish I knew more about superheroes because then I would probably like if I
Yeah.
really went into it, I would give all the details and compare.
Yeah.
It's
No, you're
alright.
fine.
Super-
Don't worry.
I was always thinking about like teleportation.
See,
Okay.
I'm crazy.
Teleportation.
Told you.
It's
I was like,
just
why would you want to fly?
Huh.
Why would I want to fly? I mean, like I can see the things I want to see up close in person when I teleport there.
Yeah.
I think
Crazy.
teleport, like you can just be there right there. Flying is like you want just the ability.
Yeah, you're taking the scenic route.
Mhm, exactly.
Flying is the scenic route. Teleportation is like, okay, I want to be where I want to be
Yeah.
Yeah.
right then and there.
That's
But
a hard one.
That's
to
your
pass
lifestyle,
up.
though. You're always on the go.
That's true. Maybe that is me teleporting.
It'll save you a lot of time.
Right? Do you guys ever think about just like teleportation is like the space time continuum? Like if you're
100%.
going really fast, does that mess up your body?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I didn't
Yeah.
want to sound like a
Most
smart
definitely.
ass, but I was gonna say that because if you fly, you have to be able to handle the force.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So in reality, you can't fly more than 15 miles per hour unless you're like just getting your face blown out every day.
Is teleportation like defying the speed of light?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
For sure.
Speed of light's like space time,
Okay.
something like that.
Last night we went to the fair and we went on that centrifuge.
Oh, yeah. The spinning one?
Oh my God. We were like, it's the one where you lean back and you don't have any
Mm.
seat belts or
Yeah,
anything.
you have the bars or
Yeah,
the people
there's
next
no
to you. You're like
bars.
this.
So your arms are by your side, like it's me, yeah, Nikki, our cousin, and then Wilson. And I just see Wilson on the side of me, like being lifted up, and he's
Oh,
like,
fuck no.
he's like, I'm being stretched out, and he's like, it feels like my head's about to pop off. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like getting nauseous. Nikki screaming, all these. I'm watching everybody just like move up and down because the little things move. But at one point, I tried to pick my head up, and that's when everything started spinning, like.
Oh, no.
straight.
You went against it.
Yeah, I went
Mm.
against it. I was like, dang, I didn't move with the grain. That's what I get.
Yeah.
And I was nauseous the whole night.
I want to ask though, if you
Yeah.
had teleportation, what is the first thing that you'd do?
Beat LA traffic.
See, the thing is, I take the back roads. I actually don't mind LA traffic as much as people talk about it now because I'll pop in a podcast or a full album and like run it through. I think it's mostly like it's become me time. Like I read an article.
I love long car rides.
Yeah,
I
I
drive
love-
for work, so I do it all day.
I used to hate
Love
it,
that.
but I honestly enjoy it. I mean, I wish I had I wish gas was cheaper or an electric car that would last whatever. But yeah, I really like it. I was reading that one article with Frank Ocean in GQ. And he talks about the difference between like walking in New York and then versus driving in LA. Like walking in New York becomes like your me time, even like on the subway and stuff.
Right.
Teleportation to be LA, maybe. LA traffic, maybe. But first thing that comes to mind is like going to visit Laos. I just want to visit the motherland. I don't know.
crazy.
Like,
Have you traveled out the country?
No.
Really?
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I've been all around the States. Isn't that shocking?
Because you've been everywhere.
I know.
Like throughout from east to west.
Yeah.
East to west.
Yeah.
North
Was that
and
just
south.
because you feel like you want to make it the right time to go out of the country and go somewhere you really want to go and spend enough time there?
I wish it was that. It was mostly because I think I pivoted so many times, like because there's been so many changes, money wise, and then just like making time, being on like long projects that take up most of my time.
Right.
I mean, those are also not excuses, but I think like I'm intentionally going to go and like visit our family there.
Yeah.
Hopefully go with my grandma.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's what we're waiting for. I've never been in Laos too. So like
Yeah.
my grandma's
Same.
going in October and she wants us to go in April
Oh, that's
next
cute.
year. And we're just like, man, this would be the perfect time to go. Like,
I definitely want to go back.
yeah.
I think it'd be cool just because it's like a lot of Asian countries move here because not for more, maybe because they were able to, like they wanted better opportunities, which is fair. But then for us getting displaced because of war and like landing here, this is only my third time in Salt Lake City or in Utah. First time was I was 4 and I don't remember much of it. But now it's kind of crazy just being in this area where like our sponsors lived here.
Yeah.
It's a crazy thought. Like we could have landed anywhere.
Yeah. No, that is crazy because like I always think about it because I don't have a long last name like most Laotian last names, right? My last name is literally Deve, and that's because my grandpa forgot his last name, and they were like, you know what, we'll just give you our last name, and now we have the sponsor's last name.
That is wild. I
Really?
had no idea.
Yeah.
That's the backstory?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I had no
crazy.
idea.
And then Amy was like, I can't wait to get married to a Laos guy and have a long last name. I only added 3 letters to her last name.
That is
She always
fucking
tells
funny.
us,
Did you
she always
hyphenate?
tells a story every time. Did you hyphenate? Vivian's asking.
No, did you hyphenate your last name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So now it's like Ying Yu because it's usually Ying Ming Yu.
Okay.
Go ahead, tell him.
It's okay. Everyone knows. She's on LinkedIn, guys.
We call her Sifu
Yeah.
Yin.
That's right.
That's right.
So funny.
Sifu. What's your last name? Sifu Ying. It's Ying.
And I feel like last names, especially Lao last names, once you Google us, we're just the only ones there.
Yeah, it literally just pops up
Yeah.
the family.
Right. Exactly.
The 5 or 6 that are in that family or
Yeah.
whatever it extended to. Because like Sobchai's last name, like my father's last name, Gamni Vong, it just like you type that in Utah, there's only 3 families with that name.
That's wild.
And we know all the families.
I mean, you
And
type
they're
in
not
my
all
last
related
name.
somehow.
I know. I mean, usually with Lao last names too, it has a variation. Like it'll have like the same ending,
Yeah.
like either Sith, Wrath, whatever have you. So like, I mean, mine, I've never seen a last name like mine, but there's one with the same start, but then different ending. So
It's
it
like
confuses me.
Sith, Wrath, Vong.
Mhm.
That's like a bunch of the same ones.
Too many, too
Mine
long.
Saying.
I have my grandpa's Thai-san,
Yeah.
so I have a Thai last name. It's Kanun Sai.
Yeah.
Kanun means jackfruit. Sai means ripe. So my last name is Ripe Jackfruit.
What?
Vivian, ripe jackfruit going crazy.
Exactly.
That should be your singer name, right, Jack?
Ripe Jackfruit?
Yeah. That'd be just
My
crazy.
My producer.
Yeah,
name.
yeah,
My
your producer name.
tag.
DJ Ripe Jackfruit.
It's just a jackfruit that falls from the tree.
That's it's just a sound. That's the
Yeah.
producer tag.
Yeah.
You can make a thud.
You can make a dope logo off of that. That's crazy.
He's thinking about logos right. This is our designer,
Oh,
so
okay.
Go
like
crazy.
within the group, like everyone does their own little thing. So we
Yeah.
have off the menu, more about nothing, and then he's Moose Woods MW95,
Okay.
and this is off days. So he gave you the shirt. That's actually his brand.
I love it.
Yeah, and then we have another
wear
guy.
that tonight.
He has his own brand that he's building right now. So we're kind of just umbrella off,
Okay.
Yeah.
We're just this is just the mother of it all, and we're
Okay.
just trying to
It's
nurse the rest of them.
mothership going
That's
I
our
crazy.
love
mothership.
that.
Mothership,
This is so
Oh.
sick.
Yeah.
That's what we should call our studio, man.
Mothership?
the
Mothership.
mothership going
Mother-
crazy.
Mothership
Speaking-
or motherboard?
mother. I use a motherboard more often than a mothership. Speaking of motherships, what about the 2 aliens that they showed in Mexico that they said that was fossils from Peru
The
1,000
cake?
years ago?
The
That was
cake.
so funny.
The cake.
You see?
The cake! I told you that motherfucker was a cake. The cake. The cake, everybody.
What
The cake.
alien?
You
The
got
cake?
him going.
No, those boys were
Hot take.
cakes.
You saw the video of them cutting it?
Yeah.
It's
They
hilarious.
cut that bitch open.
No,
Shit on my IG.
did you know that's just a baker that
I
baked
really-
that? Yeah,
See, that shows you anything flies. Like
Yeah.
with no
Yeah.
context.
that's it.
And you can create whatever facade you want. People will believe it.
Mhm.
But the crazy thing was when that meme came, or when that photo came out, everyone in the comments was just like, looks like bro was throwing an air fryer. Like there are so many things. I was like, wow, that looks so fake. It's like, oh, whoever made that, like really study
Yeah.
what aliens look like.
Yeah.
And the fool who made the video, he didn't waste no time, bro.
Yeah.
It literally came out like hours after the
Yeah.
fucking the cake video. Right after that shit came out, the cake dude was right there, bro. This shit was nuts.
The chefs be on it, man. The
Yeah.
chefs be on it.
And that shit looked real as
No,
fuck.
the internet be on it. They just ready to do
Yeah,
anything.
they're ready.
It's
ready
true.
for it.
I'm
I
like,
don't
there
know.
are aliens among us.
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens? Like, do you-
How can there not be?
far
Because
do you
we're
go?
like here. We're
Yeah.
here. I think maybe like if life is forming somewhere else or it has already formed, we're all moving at like different timelines.
Yeah.
Like somebody
Oh, for
could be in the
sure.
very beginnings
Mhm.
of life forming. So like,
yeah, we tried to build this podcast off like conspiracies and
okay.
and
I'm like,
aliens
actually, I
and
saw one last week.
stuff. We tried to do that, and then it was like, okay, this is not working.
It got too
Let's
crazy.
bring on guests. Let's see how the guests work, and then it started working. No, it would get crazy.
They got too deep in here.
I was trying to explain the megalodon to them the other week, and then like, there's more news. Remember, I was telling you guys the different zones that NASA owns.
Mm-hmm.
So they just Zone C just came up, and it's in the like a hill or mountain inside Texas, and they're saying there's a dinosaur there. So this guy opened up a hatch, and he said that he heard a creature that he's never heard before,
Like a dinosaur.
And he thinks it's a
like
Dinosaur?
dinosaur.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard that the government, I don't know if it's NASA or not, but they are working on cloning
Yeah,
real life dinosaurs.
I heard something like that too.
yeah.
That is crazy. For what, you guys?
Jurassic Park.
For what?
People just want to study things.
That's
They just want
crazy.
to. They want to study things.
They're gonna,
wanna see how
they're
far
gonna
we can
take the
take it.
dinosaurs.
Yeah.
They're gonna see if they can clone it first. Like they want to see if they can take the genetics, make it what it is, and then make it crazier,
And then what?
like a T-Rex of
They cloned that lamb
yeah.
years ago. Poor
They've
Dolly.
been cloning they've been cloning
Yeah.
like animals. Well, I
For
was
a
the
long
other day.
time.
I was like, it was like in like high school, middle school, they were talking about mixing breeds of animals
Mm-hmm.
and like the liger and stuff. And I watched the whole video. There's crazier shit out there.
Dude, there's like a literal.
sure.
I thought Chimera was like a cartoon thing, sci-fi thing, or anime thing.
Yeah.
No, they're literally making legit
Chimeras.
chimeras, which creeps me out because I'm like, I don't know,
Fuck.
I don't know what that is gonna
That's
be.
crazy.
I don't know. People playing with nature.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
people
doesn't
playing
s-
life. That's
Yeah,
just like
that's
life.
not-
like you don't play with that kind of stuff because obviously if that kind of stuff wanted to be here, it would be here.
Mhm.
Oh,
I don't know about all that, you guys.
I ain't trying to fight any of
I
that.
don't know about all that.
One good thing that came out of it is nectarines
Yeah,
Nectarines?
or cotton. I don't know if cotton candy grape is actually like.
Oh, 100%.
yeah, 100%.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it like a hybrid thing or is it just a?
What about that?
It's like
What
lab
about
grown.
that square watermelon you fucking showed me?
That's
Don't they
different.
just grow that into?
They grow in a
grow it
box.
in a box.
man.
Yeah.
That's something different, man.
What is your
GMO.
conspiracy about?
That, I mean, you're not wrong. That is genetically modified.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Well, there's
You're
there's fruits.
Phenotypically.
There's fruits that we have in everyday grocery stores that are
Yeah.
just lab made. They're not organic.
Bananas, strawberries,
Corn?
Yeah.
corn,
corn.
honey crisp apples. People say that shit's evil for some reason.
Really?
They're delicious.
Bananas, the
Yeah.
bananas that we
Bananas.
eat are not
No, not real bananas.
bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I heard. At least.
I don't know.
What about
I'm
Fiji
scared.
apples? What do you know about Fiji apples?
Fiji apples are natural, aren't they?
Okay, I don't, that's my favorite apple. So if you tell me that something's fucked up with that, I'm gonna
That's
stop eating
fine.
it tomorrow.
Apples are pretty good.
I like Fiji apples.
My favorite recently is ambrosia.
Really?
Yeah.
They don't
Okay.
brown.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You can cut them up and they don't.
We
don't
can't.
brown?
We don't find them here.
Okay. Maybe they only have them in.
No, they don't have them in Utah.
Yeah.
We don't have the
Utah.
market. We don't have the shelf life for them here.
No way. No way. Not in Utah. We like our sugar and soda too much.
Oh.
Everywhere you go, you'll see like either a cookie shop
or a
soda
mixed drink
shop,
place.
mixed drink
Mixed drink
place.
Yeah.
Is it because there aren't, there are certain religions here?
The Mo's, yeah.
Yeah.
You
Is that
got
what
it.
y'all call them?
The Mo's?
The Mo's.
That's the
Is that
first
what
I've ever heard.
I've never heard
Is that
that.
what
The
y'all
Mo's
call
the
them?
first I've
We
ever heard
couldn't
that
say
shit.
skinwalkers,
Whoa.
but you can call them Mo's.
Yeah, man, it's not derogatory.
The
I got Momo friends. Oh yeah,
my
shout outs to them.
Yeah. Shout out to the
Oh,
Mo's.
is that a slur?
No, it's
We're
not
about to
a
get
slur.
you're about to get us canceled.
I'm not saying screw them. They're great people.
He just shortened it. The Mo's.
The
I was like,
Mo's.
is that what you're calling?
The Momos, yeah, man. I'm born and raised in Utah. And, I mean, I had friends all throughout like middle school to high school. I didn't know that they were Mo's until they told me.
Stop saying that.
Why? What is wrong
I didn't
with
know
that?
where they were Mo's.
I'm only saying positive things. Shout
That's
outs
like-
Bolt.
That's
Shout out to the
like how I
chins.
was saying, like,
The Christians.
or like Buddhists. You mean like the booze.
The boo-boos.
Booze? Like what?
It's like, what is he saying?
That's bop.
Yeah,
That
that's
is
Bob.
Bob
See?
Bob.
Bros.
That is not Bob. I do not mean it in a mean way. Well, I guess I never
Do you have to
mind.
explain what bop is? Like bad.
It's like a
Sin.
isn't it like a sin
Yeah, like a sin. Bad
directly
karma.
translated?
It's haram. It's
Yeah,
no good.
that's true. That's
It's
true.
no good.
It's no good.
All right, no, we went to the acting. Let's go back into the questions.
I'm like, I don't know. Did I finish telling my my music story?
Honestly,
No, see,
no.
we started
Yeah.
when you were 5. That's what we were
Oh,
getting
yeah.
back
Yeah,
into.
we got it.
Because, like I said, I
So-
wanted this music story is kind of interesting because, like I said, we just barely found out you made your own music, and now knowing that you go back to 5th grade, you have to do choir.
Yeah.
Right.
That's crazier. Like I didn't know. Hey, leave her.
She's
Oh,
chilling.
open the door. Just open the door. Sorry, guys. Technical support. We're trying to get my
Technical
mom's dog out.
Another very, very special guest.
Yeah,
Is
she
on her way.
Bye.
she loves me. That's why she always wants to be here.
Aw.
She
So
always
sweet.
follows me everywhere we go.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
But yeah, so let's go back into the music story.
Oh yeah.
And see where we go from there.
I was in choir for 2 years, and then I went to middle school chorus. I had this teacher. I'm like, do I name him? His name is Mr. and then a certain color. I mean, I don't know what color. It's white. Mr. White. His name is Mr. White.
Oh no.
Anyways.
Fine, yeah.
I'm like, it could be anyone. It's
that
so
name's
generic.
a dime a dozen. Yeah.
Right. But yeah, Mr. White had us singing Alicia Keys songs almost damn near
Going
every
crazy.
day.
Wow.
Wow.
But I was wondering, I'm like, we sing so much that did she like break your heart?
Is that why you were
Like-
killing it? You were killing it.
Yeah,
When
we
Alicia
would-
Keys, she played that shit, and I was like, oh my god, this sounds just like Alicia Keys.
No, don't say that.
no.
Don't
What's,
say that.
what's your favorite Alicia Keys song?
Tell them.
If I ain't
Ain't
got,
got
you,
you go
one-
crazy. You told you.
I know.
That's the song she sang though, and like we were
If I
listening,
ain't
I was
got
like,
you-
wow.
There's like a lot of range there, and
There
then
is.
also like, is it Secrets?
No, is it?
What about that one with Kanye? The long ass one where she talking for fucking ever. You don't know my name.
Oh no, that one's Most Def's in the music video.
Yeah.
That's my favorite
Yeah,
song.
that one's so
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Baby, baby, baby.
I love
That's
that
a good
song.
one.
Yeah, that one's my favorite.
That's a good one.
I love that song.
I love that because back in those days, I was like, a girl would never do that. Ever. So I was like, yes,
Guess what?
Alicia Keys
Yeah.
finally just calls him
Going
up. Like,
crazy.
you in the blue suit,
Mhm.
always looking for.
Oh, she in the diner and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, going crazy.
I watch that
Song.
over and over again.
I love that song.
No.
Yeah, give us.
Tech support's asking her to sing right now. There you go. Earlier, when we were talking about having her on the podcast, she goes, "I'm just gonna answering by singing the
Oh
the
yeah,
answers."
I should have. Dang, I didn't. I know.
Episode
it's
2,
okay.
we're gonna do
Yeah.
that.
We're gonna run it back with you, and
No,
then we're
everybody would be just singing and answering questions,
Everybody has to do it.
right?
everyone.
has to do
I
it.
have to start working on this shit, dude. I cannot
There's
sing.
a song Alicia Keys has with John Mayer. It's like an underrated song. That one's pretty good too.
Oh man, I don't know the song.
John Mayer go crazy though.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I
honestly,
was trying to go see
love
him on tour.
That fool go crazy.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I went to the Sob Rock tour last year. Amazing.
How'd you like that?
It was good. It was cool. Yeba opened up for him.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no way.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeba is also short for, or not short. It's backwards for Abby. Y'all know
Which
that?
is yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's her name?
That's what the internet said.
Interesting.
She just really liked that name.
The
though.
internet just makes sense.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Just like the
That's all it is.
alien.
Yeah.
Alien cake.
Alien cake.
Alien
Those,
cake.
dude, when they started doing those,
I told you.
he got his eyes lit up
Bro,
when
I
he started
know.
talking
I'm
about
telling
No,
it.
you
you.
came out of your seat.
I seen
for
that
it.
video. I
You
was like,
tried to
holy
flip that
shit.
microphone.
Bro.
Alien throws
I woke up.
laptop.
That was the first thing I
He
posted
sent
on
to
IG.
us. He literally sent it to us. He's like, yeah, check this shit out. I was like, I'm gonna ignore this
Bro.
one for today.
He's like, okay, yeah.
No more about this alien. Hold on. We gotta. They've been doing too much stuff with that, like the UFOs and the aliens. Now there's like other shit that's going on in the world, and they're just like, here, guys, look, a fossil. Yeah. And then they leave it off like they blue balls for like 3 months, and they're like, hey, look, now it's walking.
Yeah. Has anyone found like an alien skeleton? Is like, do they have
skeletons?
Are they made of? Or they just cartilage?
I don't think they make
supposedly
up skeletons.
The real alien, not the cake alien.
Okay.
They did find that food had 3 fingers or some shit, right?
You can have 3 fingers without bones.
No.
Was he like this?
Yeah.
No, he was like this.
He was like this?
Throwing on West Side?
No,
He was walking around.
Stupid. All right, let's get back into this alien's fucking us up, man.
I know. Okay, no, love like alien.
No, I like that you're down to talk about it because I'm
She
down.
knew exactly. She goes, the cake, and then boom.
The cake. Oh shit.
I know. What was your question? Was something about the aliens? I was like, the cake. No, you asked. That.
No, I asked about the aliens because they're talking about mothership.
Okay, that's how we got
He's
into
like,
it. I'm like, how did we get into that?
Yeah.
We go off the rails a little bit.
Yeah,
and we like
That's
aliens
what
a lot.
This podcast will be called not off the menu, off the rails.
Yeah.
Off the rails.
It's so funny because
Off
the
the
other
rails.
week he said we need to go off the rails on this podcast, and we didn't go off the rails on the
didn't.
last podcast.
Our whole vibe was thrown off that day. Okay, we had to configure ourselves.
Love that.
No, it's nice to have someone that can join us in it though.
Yeah, the antics,
we
like
it.
The antics.
Well, sometimes we get like we kind of keep it like too professional, and we like because people like to watch the podcast for advice, like how do we get here, how do we do this? Like everyone wants to do something, but they also,
Yeah.
you know, a lot of people watch it for the antics too,
Right.
And so we try to mix it in well, but we haven't been able to do too many with guests.
It's
because
been
we've
pretty
like,
serious.
Yeah.
the last few
Okay.
months, yeah.
But it's cool to like that you can come on here and just know exactly what we're talking about and like
Yeah.
be about it too.
I was
so it
nervous.
makes
I was
it
like,
fun.
what am I talking about? And
Alien
what are-
cakes.
Alien cakes.
She's like, I didn't know I was gonna talk about alien
My
cakes today.
takeaway, alien cakes. A little
Aliens
bit.
are real.
What's the show special?
Is that the show special?
Aliens are cakes.
There, that's exactly what it is. I'm like, at the end of this podcast, I'll be showing y'all how to make an alien cake.
That was really good. I was like, what the fuck? That was
She does this for a living. You know, she
TikTok
talks to
voice.
people. She knows how to work the room. She knows
That
like
all
you
had
do.
to come with practice.
Yeah,
'cause
no, it's true.
Growing up, like, because, I was in choir, but I was so quiet. I didn't talk to anyone until, like, college. Like, first semester, I take public speaking. I'm like, I'm going to pretend to be outgoing.
Wow.
Because even popcorn reading in school, like, my ears would get so hot if I had to read in front of class.
Damn.
Like, I don't think it was, like, a social anxiety. It's just, like, I wasn't used to talking to people.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay.
And so I think, like, that's why music became my thing. Like, writing music.
Right.
Like my words had to be curated. Like I would be so afraid I'd mess up something.
Yeah.
Like me being too like a perfectionist to the T.
Right.
So yeah, writing music. After the whole choir thing, I played the flute for a year.
Okay.
That I was lightheaded every day. I didn't have breath control. I did not have breath control. I think there was an episode of George Lopez where he like plays the flute and gets lightheaded. I'm like, that was me. That was me.
Well, they made us do recorder here in Utah.
The recorder
Recorder?
was a big
Yeah.
thing.
Yo, recorder band. Crazy.
Everyone had to do recorder here in Utah.
I didn't do recorder for some
Dude,
reason.
Really?
really? You guys didn't do it?
My sister did, but I didn't. I don't know why.
Oh yeah. See, if you can play a different instrument, then you didn't have to. But if
We
you
can
didn't,
start a family band, y'all.
We could.
We have
Literally.
enough.
Literally.
Yeah.
what Alicia Keys cover band?
Alicia Keys.
That would be fire.
That's kind of a fire ass idea.
Wow.
Hey, you can play the violin.
Fucking Sifu in the back.
Yo. No, she'll be playing Overnight Celebrity
Yeah.
cover with the violin.
Going crazy.
I'll learn how to play
Nessie
piano.
plays the violin too.
What?
Really?
Yeah, Nessie.
Okay, so we don't
Damn.
have a band. We have an orchestra.
Yeah, we have an
Yeah,
orchestra.
We're going crazy.
Okay.
I'm the
Bobby-
dude. I'm the
Bobby can play the piano.
The conductor.
Conductor.
Yeah, whatever his name
Conductor.
is.
Yeah.
Conductor.
Bobby plays the piano.
He does?
Self-taught.
Yeah.
Me too.
That
See,
fool's
see?
nasty too.
What
yeah.
the heck?
You guys
That
in
fool's
back-to-back
Shout
piano.
out Bobby one time too.
Tickling the ivories.
Yeah.
Damn. I just want to be your backup singer
Okay.
because I can't hit crazy notes, but I can back you up.
We'll
I
get
got
you on after this.
I
We got
can
to
back
see.
you up.
She backs herself up.
No, she'll say like a line, and I'll be like,
Oh, your
There you
ad
go.
libs and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ad libs and all.
"You're welcome."
See, that's a good producer tag.
I like it a lot. I think I might have
Right.
to own that one, dude.
Because some people were like, producer tag would be like, thank you something. But for you, you're like,
You
already-
welcome.
You're welcome.
I do make beats on my iPad.
He
so
does.
Oh
He
shoot!
does.
I did.
He goes crazy.
Yeah.
Moose
I
be
did
going
at one
crazy.
point too.
I don't have a lot of talents. but I can make beats on my iPad.
He can work his
We're
fingers.
gonna have to hook it up onto this one time.
GarageBand?
No, Novation Launchpad.
Okay.
It's like
that's a little
loops.
fancy. Okay.
Just playing with
This
loops.
sounds so nasty.
We'll get you after connected with Vivian to go fucking make a song after this.
Right. Oh, we should.
Damn.
She
Do you
will.
have
No.
your iPad with you?
I do.
Always.
Always. I
Okay.
never
Always.
have without.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Going
Yeah.
crazy.
Wherever I
Outside
go.
of like singing, I wanted to be Clams Casino so bad.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
that's why I showed you that song.
Yeah.
that
Shout outs
beat
Clams
I
Casino
made.
one time, bro. He goes fucking crazy.
I know.
Man.
What a
oh
time,
my
huh?
goodness. ASAP Rocky going
Yeah.
crazy on
Yeah.
all the
That's when
Clams
I first heard
Casino's
him.
beats. Holy shit.
Yeah.
My homies were rapping over Clams Casino beats, and I was like, bro, where the fuck did you find this shit?
Oh,
Like, this
and
shit
he
is so
raps
hard.
too. So
Oh, that's cool.
Kind of
Yes.
have a
Yeah,
we kind of
yeah.
mesh well. Like I don't do anything actually. I just
You
I just
DJ?
help.
He curates.
I
He's a
DJ.
producer.
Oh, I could DJ. Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
something.
This guy
Yeah,
brings
okay.
people together. That's a
Yeah.
talent in itself.
Yeah.
Kinda. I'm
You're
so
like
learning.
DJ Khaled.
Yeah, you're the
Oh
DJ
my God.
No,
DJ Khaled.
I can't be DJ Khaled. I don't say anything.
We the best.
I'm like, get off my stage.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me? You say stuff all the time.
That was
They don't want
you.
us to have a bigger
No.
pool than Kanye.
Oh my god.
You. Well, I did a wedding recently, and he was the one on the mic yelling at people.
Hey,
Oh
I
my
won't say
God.
anything. Like I MC for the wedding. Like I'm like, hey guys, we're doing this next. That's it. Like I'm not
that
gonna
was
say anything.
before guests came.
No.
You had me sing
After
Crack
the
Rock.
Oh,
I didn't have you.
Right.
I thought you said quack. I was like, is
Yeah,
that
I
a-
also can't speak very well.
No.
Quack, quack.
He does cartoon voices too. So like
Yeah, he goes.
he kind of
hard.
does
You
everything.
should get into voice acting.
That's my dream.
Bro,
That is
literally.
true.
We're
okay,
working
I can
on
get.
it.
You said something earlier where you did a voice thing. I was like, oh,
Like,
I'm not like a scout
It's
or
my-
an agent or anything. But if I was,
it's my my list voice. Wait, I don't even know. I'm overthinking it now. It's about Mikey. He's like, I'm breaking this girl up.
oh yeah.
I'm breaking her up, Dad.
What does he sound like that?
How do people go about that? Like, do you build a vocal portfolio and then
Well,
send that in?
Huh. I'd
You
like to know
like-
that too.
Well, it's just like you build a character.
That's
right?
cool.
So you like find whoever you're going to be voicing, and you really just kind of embody that.
Okay.
Because with a lot of voice actors that I've seen, like for example, the guy that does like a bunch of the Winnie the Pooh.
Winnie Tunes.
Looney Tunes.
Winnie Tunes.
Looney Tunes. Fuck you. Winnie the Pooh. Like when he does a voice, his almost like his his body language changes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So like
he
it
He
really
becomes the
gets-
character.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
Like when
really
he's
cool.
Pooh, he like gets
Eeyore
up and
and
all
shit.
he's all joyous. When he's Eeyore or whatever, he's like, hey guys.
And I
Yeah.
heard what's there's one voice actor in Boondocks, and she plays both
The brothers.
both brothers, right?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Riley
Yeah.
and Huey.
Yeah.
Or something like
Yeah,
that.
she plays both brothers.
She plays both. of them.
Usually voice actors, they do a ton of the characters.
Yeah, SpongeBob
Yeah.
too. I think that food SpongeBob
And
was
also
doing.
Oh,
the person who plays Bart Simpson's voice, like she's on
everywhere.
Instagram, and I love watching the videos. She'll go to a Starbucks window, order her order in
Order
a
the
Bart
voice,
voice.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Oh, that's
hard.
crazy.
I
It's
like
It's cool.
that.
It's cute. And then she has like all these vintage Simpsons toys that she'll like showcase and stuff.
Mhm.
Nah,
Yeah, I can't remember her name, but
No,
voice
that's
acting. I
that's
was
a dream.
wondering if you like. It's like a whole portfolio. Like photography portfolio for me is like showcasing all the things I've done in the past
Mhm.
and like my different styles. But voice acting, do you just like send a demo? It's just a random,
Pretty much.
random
It's
medley?
either a demo, doing audition.
Uh-huh.
One of my my work buddies, that's also his childhood dream.
Mhm.
So he was telling me, he's like, I'm going to voice acting classes. Then they also help you
Oh.
kind of like look for studios that are looking for voices and different things like that. And then Facebook groups, all this stuff. So yeah, he's like telling me all about it. So I'm really trying to do some
That's
research.
really cool.
Yeah,
But
that
for
is
me, I
interesting.
just do some silly ass voices. But
Okay.
to get in a recording studio, you got to be like 100%.
Mhm.
Like it's a whole process, and not to mention, it's like the same thing. Breath control.
Yeah.
You got to like really know how to deliver the lines, be in
Exactly,
character,
exactly.
act at the same time. So it's
I
it's a
never
whole
thought
thing.
about how voice acting is so similar to music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Very, yep,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Like my biggest example back in back in the day was Dragon Ball Z characters,
Mm-hmm.
because they would be yelling for like a whole day.
Yeah.
And you got to have the endurance for it, and also there's like rules like no coffee because it messes up your
No sugars.
no sugars. Like it
Okay.
Yeah.
really messes up your vocal cords, so you're gonna be like your voice could be cracking
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of little tips.
That's
But
cool.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang, I
Very
might want to get into
interesting.
voice acting.
hit me
You
up.
should.
Yeah, dude.
You
You'd
should.
be a great one. You guys
Yeah.
both would.
I tell you, when I heard her singing, I was like, man, this is like crazy because I enjoyed it so much.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, me and Bo were just staring at each other. Bo's our cousin too.
Yeah.
He DJs
Shout
here.
outs Bo one time.
He
Going
DJs
crazy.
here in
Bo York.
Utah. So Bo York, Muggsy Bo on
Going
Instagram.
crazy.
Follow
Shout
him.
outs him.
You
we
know.
were talking last night, and he was asking like what kind of music I would make,
Mm-hmm.
and it's hard for me to pinpoint it just because like I listen to so many things. Like
For
if I
sure.
were to put out, when I put out my mixtape or like an EP, I would want to be intentional in making all these songs different. Like every genre that I
Versatile.
listen to, exactly.
Yeah.
Again, it's like the
Mhm.
voice acting.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people put out a project and everyone's like, oh, all those songs sound so different. But
Yeah.
sometimes it doesn't happen intentionally. But
Yeah.
I intentionally want to do that.
Man, let me go off real quick, man. Speaking of versatility, this bitch Fergie was going off, bro.
Ooh,
He went on.
She
He
was
loves
going
Fergie right
off,
now.
bro. She was going
Oh.
Black Eyed Peas, bro. She was rapping. She was singing, bro. She was going off.
She had a lot.
She was going nuts on her. Go
Wow.
play my humps one time too. That shit is crazy.
You're
Her
funny.
verse in my
I love that
humps,
you're a Fergie
No,
stan.
bro. Her verse.
It literally happened
her
last week.
verse in my
Wow.
hump, bro. I don't know. Jennifer showed me the song and I was like, damn, this bitch really going off. So
Wait,
I
you
went
never
and-
heard that?
No, I have.
Oh.
I have, but I had to go back one time and take it because, bro, she was going crazy.
Dude, the beginning of the song goes hard. It's like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Mhm. No, just like beginning to end, the whole verse on my
I'ma
humps. Go play that shit.
home.
It's a classic. It's a classic song.
Bro, I'm telling
Get
you.
you hung off on my hump,
Bro, I
Wait,
was
you
tripping.
said my hump slipping. I'm gonna get you love drunk.
Oh, my bad. See, I don't know the
Wait,
I'm
do
gonna
lyrics.
you?
get you drunk.
There.
Yeah.
Get you drunk right
Get
off
you
my
drunk.
hump.
My. Yeah, bro, going
Exactly.
crazy. Come on,
Bars.
bro. And then she goes and makes fucking Big Girl Don't Cry. What the fuck?
That's true.
Versatility right
When
there.
she sang the
Yeah.
national anthem that one
Oh,
time.
that was also versatile.
Yeah.
in a
was
way.
giving something.
Yeah, she was going off, man. Shout outs Fergie one time. You hear this. We love you.
Glamorous was one of my favorite songs growing up.
Fergalicious was
Yeah.
good.
Fergalicious going crazy too.
Fergalicious music video was crazy.
Fergalicious that.
Yeah.
Fergalicious that. Fergalicious that. Going crazy. Shout outs Fergie one time.
We just got copyrighted.
No, it's like, dang.
Fergalicious definition make them boys go
Oh,
crazy.
whoa.
You want me to? I want to
Like,
play the. I'll play the karaoke version right now.
bro.
Rip
Instrumental
it up,
version.
man.
Fuck.
go.
And then what they were doing at Black Eyed Peas, Where's the Love and all this shit, man.
That's such a good
come
song.
Where's the
on,
love,
Love
bro.
is so good.
That would give
Yeah.
me like eargasms as a kid.
Yeah.
Crazy.
They had the game on lock
Mm-hmm.
back then. They were in a bunch
sure
of movies and shit. Yeah, bro. Going
Speaking of
crazy.
like somebody that had freaking the music game on lock, I've been listening to a shit ton of Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, same
And
with
then-
that.
Because
Oh,
they're about to go
yes.
on tour.
That's
Yeah.
what I saw.
Reunion?
Yeah, buddy.
JT
We
went
going?
crazy too.
We going?
Until
Oh,
the end
dude.
of time, my
Oh.
jam.
Mm,
Yep.
Tell them.
Yep, that's
Until
my
the end
brother's
of time
jam.
with Beyonce,
Even more
better.
so.
Yes.
I don't know the whole what is it? Justified
yeah.
album, going crazy. Future Sex Love Sounds,
Going
going
crazy.
yeah.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Are we catchphrasing this? Are you?
Dude, I'm telling you, I've been doing it all week.
Yeah.
I can't have two boo boos on one side. What is going on? This is.
Are we gonna start listing things that going crazy?
Yeah.
You know that song Natalie, Going Crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, going crazy.
That's a good song.
Fiji Apple's going crazy.
Apple's going crazy. Alien Case going
Stop
crazy.
it. No more.
Alien cake, I told you.
Do you have cake mix in the If you did, I would make one right now. Like
Well,
after the
I'll
show.
go get one right now.
We're gonna have to go
We'll
grab
go
some.
get it right now so we can get alien cake.
How do I get it to look dehydrated like that? Like
Get the
that shit
frosting.
was dry.
Just get the frosting and just like make waves on top of it.
Okay, frosting and then probably find like some kind of crumble.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There we go.
Matcha. I can
We're
use
figuring
matcha.
it
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We'll figure it
expensive
out.
though. Like
I
cheap.
don't know. Somebody hit up Chef Amari and figure out how to do that
We'll
stuff.
figure it out. But before we finish up the pod, let's go ahead and finish the story of the music. So
Oh yeah.
I knew it.
I don't know
The
if I
second
have
you said
much to
alien.
share.
okay. So,
yeah,
but
no.
you did make music though.
Yeah, I
so
made
like,
music. So
you're-
in college, I would like my friends and I would play around. I loved at the time like Kilo Quiche and Doja Cat before
Oh, yeah, yeah.
all this. So SoundCloud Doja Cat.
yeah.
Yeah, she
So
was going
yeah,
off,
like
too.
make beats on GarageBand as a joke, and then put it up on SoundCloud, and it got like kept getting likes.
Mhm.
I don't know how many it has right now. Last time I checked, maybe like 1,000-ish.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
SoundCloud's tight
I-
like that too. You put some shit on SoundCloud and out of nowhere you wake up the next day, you got like 400 plays on that bitch.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. I
Exactly.
just released this last night.
you
like-
kind of find a more niche community there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, like, with likes and algorithm, it just starts playing.
Yeah, for
I think that's the cool thing about music too. It's just like, it's a whole community of its own. And something about like your voice being your art is so special because it can't be replicated. Like someone can copy something visually. It's not identical, or it could be identical, but with your voice, like it's such a special thing.
Right.
And it like lives on. You know, when you remember somebody, you remember their voice, but you can't like replicate it. It's like something that you know.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just made music in my bedroom. I recorded in the studio. It's like I have a list, or like I have a folder full of just unreleased things.
Wow.
And one
We
time,
all do.
this is when it kind of like fuses together. Like I was photographing, I can't remember what brand it was. It was for social status, like a shoe. And then I had access to my friend's music studio, and someone was recording. His name was HD Ben Dope. He's signed to Rock Nation.
Ooh,
He was recording for a bit, and my friend was just like, "Hey, you do vocals too?" Because I'm photographing the pieces and photographing things on him. So he's like, "Hop in the booth." So I'm like, "I'm on the clock for photography."
Not the scene.
Yeah, and so yeah,
That's
we got in the booth, and I'm on the song called "Window" by HD Ben Dope. I mean, it's just like
really.
I'm just like the background vocals. For
Shout
that.
out HD Ben Dope one time.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
so like
huh?
my credits on Tidal.
Oh, that's sick.
If it's still up, I'm pretty sure it's still up. It's on Spotify, Apple Music too.
That's dope.
But then my music personally, like we did a music video in 2016, and like I've been inconsistent with it because I'm just such a perfectionist. But the older
feel
I
you.
get, like the more music I listen to, and the ones that I am drawn to are the ones that sound imperfect.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
I don't want it to sound so curated and so orchestrated. Like I like the rawness. Like I like that.
Love the rawness in my voice when I rap too.
Yeah.
Like, I love that shit.
Again, like it's something that can't be replicated. Like, it doesn't have to sound completely perfect.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that you say that too, because like Boo Boo had a story about his grandpa and his old tapes and stuff, like the recordings and stuff.
Yeah.
And like having that for life and knowing that you can still hear that voice for the rest of your
Yeah.
Very
life
true.
is like something you need to hold on to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because once you lose that person, it's never going to be played back to you. You can only play back so much before it's like, man, that's not how it sounded or how you feel from it, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All of this for me, music, even the podcasts, everything that we do with off days, more about nothing. All of this is just timestamps for myself. Literally put in a little time capsule of some sort to go back and look back to. You know, these videos, all of my music, so you can hear like the progression from me rapping like 10 years ago when I was like 15 all the way up until now. And wow, so much progress, so much everything. And it's like literally I can remember the exact time of and what I was feeling when I was recording that, when I wrote it.
Exactly.
And it's like,
Yeah.
wow, I can literally go back to that place when I made that song, how I was feeling and all those things. So that's why I love making music. I have a vault full of shit.
See, I love that you say that, because when I remember specifically 10 years old, I think that's when I had the realization, like, we're going to get older and I might forget this because I see like grown-ups around me say like, oh, I forgot, or that's a long time ago.
Yeah.
So we're sitting in the living room in Charlotte, like it's sunny outside. I remember the way it smelled, it sounded, the things I'm feeling. I'm like, I'm going to make an active decision to like remember this moment. So now that I'm older, I'll go back to that memory and think about that. And then ever since then, like you said, a timestamp of everything.
Literally.
Because you live many lifetimes in one lifetime. Like
You do.
Oh, you do. Yeah, for sure.
And you get
That's
very
beautiful.
forgetful, and I get very forgetful too. But then I'll go back and play these songs. It's like, wow, I was like, I was in my feels. I was going through it
exactly
during this time, you know. And then also to come out of it and like, wow, I've made it so far. Like, you know, we did that shit. You know, we made it past that.
Yeah.
And we're feeling good now.
Exactly.
You know, so yeah, man, that's great. Shout
I
out
know.
music one
Shout out
time.
music. I think about that all the time. I'm just like, the older we get, the further away we move from the memories that like we made at that time.
For sure.
So I think the reason why I love photos is because like I get to capture it. I mean, you see me with my little digital camera in people's faces. Like I'm going to flash this flash in your face. But then you see it later on, you're like, oh wow, like that was a good
And then
time.
you're going to get a
Literally.
big forehead. You're like, what? That was the photo you took
I
of me?
love the fisheye function.
Your fisheye function?
Oh my
dude.
gosh.
crazy.
I will
Yeah,
be
no,
right
it's-
here.
Right in your eye. I'm like, wait, is she taking a regular picture of my eye? And then I look at him like, whoa, Megamind.
Yeah, for real. Yeah.
But then no, it's like because she gets to capture, like literally when we went to visit in Fresno, she was capturing every moment, you know. And I'm not a photographer guy. I'm like, I don't take pictures of some things. You can go through my phone. I don't take pictures of anything unless Amy's like, hey, take a picture of that. You know, and like sometimes I wish that I would have taken a picture of those moments. You know.
Yeah.
And then now I'm trying my best. Like if I see a moment that I want to remember, I'm trying to take my camera out.
Yeah.
That's one thing I appreciate about my family and how we grew up. My grandpa was always into like he got a little VHC camera and shit. He was recording everything, birthdays, holidays, Christmas, everything. We also had a lot of pictures, so we had photo albums and stuff. So growing up now with kids, like that's all we're doing now. We're just making sure we're snapping pictures of everything because when we're older, or even when I was even 15, looking back at all the pictures of me when I was a baby, I'm like, God damn, you guys have hella pictures of all of it. Like, there's so much pictures. It's like, holy shit, like, this is tight.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm trying to do the same for my kids. So every chance, my girl, she's snapping pictures of everything.
Let's print them out.
Yeah, exactly.
Out,
we have
books.
videos of everything. So it's dope.
It's much more special when things are like tangible, like in your hand. Like when my friend Nicole, who started Glasstooth magazine. Shout out to Nicole Glasstooth.
Shout out
I like collecting
That's
magazines.
a hard name.
Yeah, Glasstooth magazine. Yeah,
I got to remember that.
we did a whole magazine, and like seeing my work in print was just so. It's crazy, like removing it from a digital space and into this printed piece that now sits on my coffee table next to y'all's book.
Yeah, going crazy.
Again,
No, I
like,
get it. I get it. I get that feeling.
It's so much more special. Yeah, it just
I
becomes
still
like a real
have
thing.
your guys' magazine ziplocked up in the sealed away. It's shit's DS as hell.
I have it on my table with people. It's a conversation starter. People are like, oh my gosh, who is this? I'm like, my cousin.
Yeah, going crazy.
We were trying to do a season 2. We're gonna try and do a season 2 this year.
Dude,
for Christmas.
please, you
For
guys
Christmas.
should.
That's sweet.
Let me get in on one.
Yeah, you guys go do one. Do it with the family.
I want a cameo in yours.
I know. He's like, oh, that's
If
what
he
I'm
gets a
talking
page,
about.
I get a page too,
I
man.
want an about me page on your
This is how our magazine starts. Everyone wants to be a part of it now, and now it's no longer going to be us. We're just
We gotta
putting it
have
out
an
for people.
unsigned hype in the back of your magazine.
That'll be really cool if it's like an ongoing project where it
Yeah.
becomes like a book and it's like each person, like you just keep adding on.
Bro, I
to
just
the
had an
person.
idea.
Okay.
Let's do a
Light bulb.
yearbook. Going crazy.
Yearbook.
Are we doing
Yes.
an end of the year book, or like from the January to December, or we're doing a school year
Doing a
book, like
year-
school
a
time?
School yearbook.
Shit, we're doing a calendar.
Going on.
Oh,
Going
calendar.
crazy.
No, this
Oh,
is to give you some backstory. These are ideas that we've thrown around many, many times,
Okay.
especially calendar. It just went from serious to a bunch of us half naked.
Oh my God.
You guys have naked.
Firefighter.
You telling all of us to dress
Justice
half
Federation.
naked.
Yeah,
Firefighters.
I think it would sell. I think it would sell. Like a bunch of Asian men just no one gets to see this. This is what the world needs.
I'm May.
Yeah,
That's my
You-
birthday.
Yeah, you have to do your birth month.
Oh my gosh, everybody has to be at their birthday.
Yeah,
And
that
then
was
it's
just
just gonna be
funny.
like a circle around the date.
Like we get Harrison dressed up as a Sagittarius. He has the upper body for it.
You give me a horse?
No, but he has
Dress
the
up
upper body
as
for
a
it though. You know.
Sagittarius with the rising in crab.
Yeah, we should make our
Rising
calendar
crab
different. Our calendar would be so different. It will tell you what your rising is, what your
Oh
moon
my
is.
gosh.
Rising in chow mein.
Oh my gosh.
Chow mein rising.
No, my moon.
That'd be,
Tamakung.
that'd be Chinese New Year.
My moon in papaya salad and tamakung.
Tamakung.
Yeah.
It just
Moon
depends.
sign.
Sometimes she's spicy, sometimes she's mild. You know, you never
Yeah,
know.
that's it makes sense.
And we've also
It
talked about
makes
doing
sense.
like a magazine like in the future, but
Yeah.
that was when, because Tay and I and Boo Boo, we all would collect hella magazines, or at least we used to when there were a lot of the brands that we liked had more print. Now they've kind of strayed away from print, like Hypebeast Magazine, High Snot Mighty, all these other guys, and even some like small guys that tried to start and just went out. But well, who knows? We might try it one day.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. We gotta
High
do it.
Snob is.
You're gonna shoot it for us too.
Is it getting back in print?
Yeah, going crazy.
Can't buy them at Barnes and Noble anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
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 All right. So that's episode 25. Thank you, Vivian, for being on the
Of
episode. That was a
course.
very
Thank
good
you.
episode.
Yeah.
though. Like, it's
Yeah.
very
So I didn't get too much into photography, but
No, wait. Let's do. You know what? Let's see. We're about an hour.
Let's keep it
10
running.
minutes. Let's
go
go into
crazy.
photography. Honestly, like because that is who you are right
yeah,
now.
Yeah, that's who I am right now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I love photographing people, and I love photographing like regular people and musicians more than I do like models. Even though shout out to models, like they learn how to move. It's just for me, too curated, and I want to capture
Goes
and
back
document.
to that raw shit that you're
Yeah,
talking
I want to
about.
document people the way they are and like what's going on, and I think that's more special because like you can't curate a moment. I mean, like you can't curate a candid moment.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can, I mean, that's shout out to the creative director and photographer and like all the storyboarding. But yeah, I think that's what I love most about photographing and making people feel good and like getting their angles and being intentional about it rather than just like snapping in terms of what I think looks good. But it's like capturing people in the best way that they could possibly look.
Yeah, how good they look, right?
Yeah.
So it's
I
no,
like
that's
that.
but it's
I like
true though
that.
because like when like she be getting some crazy angles of people, and I'm like, does that work? And then she'll show us. I'm like, man, that's
hard.
so dope how it turns out. Like
Thank
every time,
you.
like even when she posts on her story and stuff, like or your friends, when you guys are just you be cooking up a lot with your friends.
Yeah, I was
Yes.
scrolling through your
No,
Instagram
I
a little
love
bit.
cooking.
She,
I love
like-
eating, so I have to love cooking.
I love the fact that you showcase Laos food a lot, like
Yeah.
with all your friends and family. Like there's so many times where she's posted on a story. I'm like, man, like I do that here for us, you know. But the fact that she's out there and she's doing it, like it's the way to keep us
You
alive.
gotta put people on, man.
Exactly,
You gotta put
because
them on.
like I don't want this to get lost. People are like, "Oh yeah, Thai food, Northern Thai food." I'm like, "Oh, it's Lao food,
yeah.
Yeah.
murky papaya
He
salad,
said murky.
murky.
salad.
That's my favorite kind."
That's tight. What's your favorite thing to cook? Like
my
Lao food
favorite
wise?
Lao thing to cook recently, lemongrass beef. Like
Yeah.
I would get a New York strip steak and then marinate it with like lemongrass, ginger. I'm not ginger, garlic, oyster sauce, salt, pepper.
Damn, you really
Yeah.
be family with that guy.
Yeah.
Sauce. But
It runs
when
in the
that
family.
marinates and then
Yeah.
you grill it, it's so good.
Yeah, I'm
With some
Dang.
jail
Yep.
som.
going crazy.
Yelsom?
Tell me.
Yeah. I did a lemongrass filet mignon recently. It was so tender.
Really?
Yeah.
It was so good.
You can honestly lemongrass anything, and
You
like
can.
just because the
Yeah.
lemongrass helps break down and tenderizes meat.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
like it works out, especially if the meat is already tender, like a
Right.
filet mignon. It would just give it an hour, you know, and then it sits and it's
exactly.
butter.
like this. We were at we cooked for Nessie's house on Thursday, and the one thing people always request is brisket,
Yeah.
and my brisket just tastes a little bit different than everyone else's. And this guy was like, "Man, this is so good. Did you smoke this?" And that was a compliment to me because
Yeah.
like, man, I don't smoke anything
Yeah.
except for some hookah.
Stop.
I was waiting for something. I was waiting for something.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give you that.
But no, it's like as I'm getting older and like I respect anyone that's trying to keep the culture alive because
Yeah.
For
that
sure.
means when we're getting older, our family's getting older, our parents and
Exactly.
grandparents. So
Yeah.
when that goes away, I need to know that I can cook whenever I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know that my family's well off, you know.
Right.
So like my brothers and sisters don't need to know how to cook this. I'll cook it for them.
Right.
My cousins
Yeah.
don't know how. I'll cook it for them.
Right.
So that's like my mindset to it.
Yeah.
And that like like I said, I truly love that you have such like an ethnic group of friends too that you are exposing our culture to them and in such a loving way.
Yeah.
You know, they
Thank
love
you.
when I see your repost, like your friends reposting your food and stuff. And they like have like a caption to it. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, thank you, Auntviv, for making something so good." You know,
Going crazy.
I feel good about myself too
Yeah.
because I'm like, see, I want to do this for everyone.
Right.
You put them on for us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Crazy.
I have
We
to.
appreciate that. Shout out Sam Viv one time.
Thank you. Yeah. No, food is amazing. And especially, getting in touch with our roots. That's like
Yeah.
the closest thing I can do.
Yeah.
As much as I wish I could read it
See,
and speak
That's-
more of it.
Right.
I can't speak any of it. So that's my
I
problem.
I cannot.
I'm like, when
My-
I speak to
I can
older
understand
people, I talk like a fob.
My
So,
grandma.
like,
Oh, me too. Oh
she
my
met
god.
she met my grandma and she said, "Hi, Sabaidi," and my
I
grandma's like,
forgot.
"You said hi, Sabaidi." That's the same thing.
Yo, I'm never gonna live it down.
Yeah.
She saw me at the wedding and she stopped me and she said, "Hi, Sabaidi." I said, "Oh my god."
We're gonna put that on a shirt.
Yeah, hi, Sabaidi.
It's got hi and then Sabaidi and the loud
Instead of hi,
characters.
Sabaidi, it's hi,
Oh my
Sabaidi.
god. Yeah.
No,
Hey, it's a food cook. It's a loud food cookbook.
I'm like, "Hey, stop! Don't hit me with the cease and desist. They know me."
Hey man, they can come at me, bro. What the hell?
Right.
Don't worry, she has nothing to do with this.
I applied for a job for fun, and you guys said no.
You need to work on your
No.
portfolio.
Hey man, it was like what 10 years ago.
That's funny.
So the photography thing, as you're like, venturing in journey, like how long have you been doing this?
I want to say consistently about 9 years now.
9 years.
9 years. Just because like, you know, photographing from school.
Mhm.
I mean, just picking up on all the it's a never ending process of learning. Like as many times as you're on set with somebody, it's amazing to be able to learn different tactics and different ways people go about their sets, how they treat their team.
It's very true.
Yeah,
because
like
there's not
lighting.
one way to do things.
Exactly.
There's multiple ways you can get shit done. Right.
And I like the whole thing where people aren't just like gatekeeping, like they're there to teach you how to utilize like certain lights and
right.
Yeah. I think that's a beautiful thing about it too. And like recreating light, like we were shooting at like 7 p.m. one time in the middle of winter. It's almost pitch black. We were able to recreate like sunlight with 2 lights.
Wow.
Yeah. And it looked like
sick.
a sunset. We wanted to make it look like a sunset, and it did.
Yeah.
It's crazy because like when we do have guests on and stuff, there's like a science to everything they do, you know, and like to hear that she can break down something like that, and like or figure it out, because that would never come to my mind. Like me not being in that world, I wouldn't be like, hey, can you just make a sunset? Why don't we just shoot at sunset, right?
That's what I would
But the
say.
fact that you guys can make one and reenact everything and replicate, you know, in a form.
Exactly.
It's really like there's no limits to what you can do. It's just like you just have to move some stuff around and adjust some things. Because one thing that I wanted to ask you too with photography, where do you have like an idea of where you want to take it? Is there kind of an end goal, or are you kind of just letting it ride out and become whatever?
Well, as much as I want to let it ride out and become whatever, like I'm still doing that, but I think the end goal would be art direction. Like I want things to look a certain way, but at the same time, I know that I want to be the one doing it because I can only direct myself the best, right?
Yeah.
But I think that's an exercise for me to work on, like being able to talk to people and like explain how to do it and why. I think that's the thing. People forget why, and they're just like, oh, this person wants to like demand this, but they don't know, they don't understand why.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially, art direction would be really cool. But photography wise, I still want to get more into, I want to photograph musicians. Like I want to photograph album art or like a visualizer. I love moving pictures. So like music videos and stuff.
You definitely sound like a photographer that we would like to work with.
Yeah.
You know,
That makes me happy.
because well, it's like, I mean, everyone kind of has like their set on in their own ways. They want it to look. So I like that you're open-minded and hearing out who you're doing work for and really trying to incorporate that into what you do, because I feel like a lot of people.
Are we planning a team trip to LA so we can go shoot over?
Hell yeah, man.
Sure.
I'm super down. I
we
think that's the
gotta do it.
thing too. Like I'm a natural people pleaser. And so like when people come to me talking about what they would like their project to look like or what direction they would like to go, I think I'm the type of person who will take all those things and like put it
to it.
and accommodate to it and then bring that to life.
Yeah.
Because like I do not want to give you something that you didn't expect. And if you didn't expect it, I would like it for it to be better than what you expected.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, no, there's like a tendency to like for a lot of people that gatekeep and stuff, they are so fixated on their ways.
Oh my gosh. And I work with people like that in industry too, and it doesn't help anyone.
You probably see a lot of it too.
I see so much of it. And like they bring in talent, and the talent, they showcase it in ways that don't align with what the talent wants.
I totally get
I'm like
that.
trying not to name drop.
I know you see you pausing and things like I don't want to say this person's name.
I know, but yeah, I think that's also a learning curve too. Like being around people who don't. I'm like, what's a good way to say this? Like people who don't really like align with what you want. It kind of shows you like how you don't want to be.
Right.
So I'm also grateful for that. Like I'm grateful
so
for
it's also a learning experience for
days
you.
and bad days.
Yeah.
Like because of like the rainy days help me appreciate the sunny days.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Enjoy your off days.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. That's literally what his brand behind
So,
it.
like, on that note, that's wrap. That was good.
No, yeah. See, that would have been a perfect ending. No, but you know, when that's what right now we're building our space right now with the clothing, with the podcasting, with everything. You know, like the last few weeks I've been working so much overtime for the podcast. Like we're trying to find guests, trying to make sure.
Tay and Amy one time.
No, and like Amy's been booking everyone like CEO, you know.
like,
y'all going crazy for us.
Showrunner.
Yeah.
Does everything.
Producer, everything.
The show does not go on without Sifu.
And then shout out to everyone else too though, because like you guys come work hard, and then Pete getting guests too. You know,
shout out Pete too.
Like
doing your thing.
I like where we're heading right now, and that I'm so grateful that you were able to be here this weekend and be on the pod. Like. And now
adding to it,
and adding more to us too, because we're learning so much. Because now I'm really trying to get us to go to LA and do a pop up, and like because I told them like when you and Amy had when she had gone to LA last time, and she was like, I know a place that you guys can do it at. I'm like, wow, like see, it's good to know that we have people in our lives that are like, we figured it out for you, or you know, and
even if we didn't know the people personally, I think like you creating a brand image and then you creating things that you want to align with, all it needs is a creative deck. You know, you put all those things together, pitch it, elevator pitch.
See, that's what we need to do.
Because if you come prepared, knowing that this is what you want to do, and then you're like, okay, now we got the conversation starting. Like, here's a deck.
Next year, Verdi, okay? Collaboration. That's what you gotta manifest it. That's all. Like
for real.
My end goes to work with a lot of people that I love. You know, like in the industry, and I want to be around them because like being at ComplexCon last year was so crazy. Like seeing everyone in correlation under one person. Because he directed the whole thing, and everyone got a piece by him.
Everyone had a design,
and it was like, and I want to be there. You know, I want to help people get to where they want to be. You know,
you are the Verdi.
No.
Come on, man. No.
You're a curator of sorts.
Maybe you're our Takashi Murakami. I don't know.
I don't even know.
Well, maybe you don't even put a name on it. It's you. Like,
it is.
Because it is very true.
That's probably another thing that this state and the community of just like in general, like streetwear needs.
And I think that's the beautiful thing about artists. When you're an artist, you're not trying to copy someone to become them. You're just trying to be the best version of yourself.
Exactly.
And you're really perfecting your vision and your medium or whatever have you, right? So it's
I just had the same conversation with my cousin. He just came from California for the wedding as well. And like I'm trying to convince him to move here to Utah to help him what he wants to do, like open a business or whatever he wants to do. And he was like, man, but Utah doesn't have what LA has. Like there's a family aspect to the blocks, you know? Like you literally work on the same block as Supreme, Diamond, everyone knows each other, you know? And he's like, you guys don't have it in Utah, but like we could. We could do this. We can build it
ourselves.
And that's the thing, like, you know, as much as I would love for everybody to move to LA so we can be closer. And like I was telling Bo yesterday, I just want everyone to be able to experience the things that, like, I don't know, I get to experience. I know that sounds a little selfish.
No, that's not at all.
I want us
to
all be together and like experience.
It's a family-oriented thing, you know, like we don't get to experience what a lot of the family gets. Like Bo DJs every other day, you know, in and out, you know, like we're not there for all those hours. We don't know what the grind is for him to do all this stuff. Like, and same, like people, like when people don't talk about Bobby enough, shout out to Bobby, you know,
this guy to Bobby. He's the hardest working man behind the scenes, man.
You know?
Bobby is,
let the record reflect, Bobby. You going crazy. You don't let anyone else tell you different, please.
Right.
You're going crazy on him.
The man with the vision too. And that's the thing. Like I want to see him put out more stuff. Like graphic wise, I know he has got a lot of ideas in his brain.
It's all right. It's all coming, man.
It's all coming
in time. The internet is not real. We go on our own time.
That's true.
The cake's real.
We go on our
I'm just excited to see it. I think that's what it is.
For
sure. I think that's it.
No, we all are.
For everyone too. Like
we love you, Bobby.
Yeah, we love you, Bobby.
I've been backing everyone, you know, like Bo, Bobby, like all our family that
for real.
I've been trying to get them going. Like I'm trying to get Bo here to do. He told me years ago he had this dream that he wanted to do this thing called After School Special, where he would come on and like just do a set for like an hour. And I was like, dude, let's just do that. Let's run that idea. But then he gets busy, you know. Now he's like the best DJ in Utah. So I'll take that. You know, anyone can tell me not otherwise, because like he's out there working, you know.
Right.
And it says a lot too.
Hold that shit, Bo.
Yeah.
I think this past Friday was the first time I've seen him DJ in Utah.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate enough to see him DJ in LA.
Yeah.
Like these events around like his friends and like cool ass people. And I'm just like, damn, he's a really great DJ. And not that I expected anything less.
No, that fool goes hard. He goes hard. Oh my goodness.
And then seeing Bobby post, so he did the Playboy thing for PacSun.
Collaboration.
What?
Like, he just did that
that's
one.
My cousin.
Exactly. That's how I feel. It's like every time they do something, I'm like, that's family right there. Like, And people when people find out that we're family to like these certain people in Utah, like that's here. I'm like, yeah, that's here.
Yeah.
And we can make that. Everyone can do that.
Yeah.
Everyone has the
Exactly.
same dreams. Everyone has the same goals in mind. Like at the end of the tunnel,
Mm-hmm.
the light's always going to be there. But how fast can you get there, or how are you going to do it getting there?
And everyone's on their own time.
Yep.
Everyone's on their own time.
I feel like
Yeah.
I had a late start just because, you know, you look at people who live in LA and they probably grew up with that. Like
Yeah.
Odd Future, right? Like had anyone
Had been like 13 years ago.
13 years ago, like, yeah, you probably would have come up.
Yeah.
But
There's nothing wrong to
There's
it.
nothing
We're
wrong
both
with it.
30 years old. We're
Yeah.
both, see, we're the
and
same
so
age.
It's like I'm moving at my own pace.
Yep.
And I wouldn't want to have it any other way because I
Literally.
think I just
Tell
need
'em.
to refine it the way I want to.
Yeah.
And everything I
Yeah.
feel like is supposed to happen in the time that it will.
In due time, right?
Yeah.
In
I've
due
been
time,
saying that
always.
recently a lot. Like things unfold the way they're supposed to.
Yeah.
Because if I got famous 10 years ago, I would have been a shithead. I would have did some crack or something, man.
You're lying. Stop. I knew you 10 years ago. Don't lie.
No,
Don't lie.
No.
Poor decision making skills on my end. Okay?
No. You had me.
That's true.
You had me.
Everybody says that, but I think no.
No,
How are you doing?
I'm still the same person I am 10 years ago when we met.
Same.
Well,
Just
shit
now we
changed,
know.
man.
We just know a little bit more.
I just
Yeah.
feel like I have a way better head on my shoulders than I ever had.
Yeah.
So I appreciate taking that time to, goof off, have fun, live life. And then who knows, man? I feel very fortunate for us to be in our position that we are now because we're ready to go.
Yeah.
We're really working hard to be where we want to be. And then once we get there, shit, I'm
And
going to
guess
buy
what?
myself a house.
It's all on our time.
Yeah.
All on our time too.
So with that, and Vivian,
Me,
what is your chef special today?
my chef special. We talked about so much today.
shit,
And
we
obviously,
did.
I want to end on a good note and just be like, I don't know, tell everyone to do what they want to do. I think the consistency is the important part.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nothing is good or bad. Like, no one gets to decide what's good or bad. It's just like a decision you make.
Yeah,
Everything just follows after that decision.
for sure.
Yeah.
I
And
there you go.
completely agree.
And that honestly, and like when we have people on, they like the chef specials kind of correlate together. It's
Yeah.
like
They all are about
do
the same.
you
Yeah, I
live
like
your
that.
dreams,
Right.
work at your own pace, and
Yeah.
this is
Right.
and this goes to show that every time we have a guest on here and they tell you the same thing, that it works for you.
There's
It-
a reason why you
Yeah.
guys keep hearing pretty much
Yeah.
the same thing
Yeah.
every
Yeah.
chef special.
and
you
it's
know?
great though because
Right.
like that's how we opened up with it. That's
Right.
when I said the very first chef special is like go out and do what you want to do.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly.
And it's good to hear that everyone else too, like
Yeah.
the way it works together is meshing with every single answer.
Right.
And
It's not a science thing. You guys just keep listening
It's
to the
a
chef special. It's a
consistency.
consistency.
Do you want science
Yeah.
to it? I
really
can write
is.
science equation to
it
it.
might not work out right away, but you
Yeah.
can't expect it to because
No.
like once you like something, it becomes your theme.
Yeah.
And then if you stick to that theme just because you like it, it's like a part of you.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's what a brand image is, a brand identity, but it's just you, what reflects you.
Yeah. For sure,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. And show yourself to the world.
You have
That's
to.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Life is a journey, man. You're not going to get anywhere if
Show
you don't
yourself
take
to
the
the
first
world
step.
and fuck whoever hates
Right.
that
Just
shit.
say-
man.
just
let,
say yes
let them
to
be on the
random
hater
things.
shit.
Oh.
If you're thinking twice about going to like, an event, unless you get like a bad feeling. in
Follow your
gut.
gut.
Yeah, follow your
If
gut.
the
Always.
if a
But
yes means yes,
yeah.
go do it.
Right.
But on that note, that's episode 25. Thank you. No, this is I really want to thank you though for being here today.
For reals.
Thank you for
Thank
having
me.
Thank you for
This
This
being
is
here.
so fun.
Yeah.
For reals.
But
This
that's
is nice.
episode 25 off the menu podcast. Check
Shout
out
outs to
Auntviv on Instagram.
Shout out.
You have anything else?
Again.
You have like a link to you have your website too.
Yeah, I have my website, viviancanunsai.com.
I'll put everything below
Yeah.
in the description below.
My portfolio, my Behance. Like, fun fact, my mom named me after Auntviv from Fresh Prince.
Going
Oh,
crazy.
Oh, that's
Confirmed it. She liked the name Vivian, like Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
She
And that's
almost
why you're
named me
called Auntviv.
Cheyenne or like Villa.
I was
And
going to
then-
do that joke, but I thought it was
Daisy.
low-hanging fruit, so I didn't
Oh
do
yeah.
it.
No, you weren't off. And then somehow I got lucky enough to have that Instagram. Someone tried to buy it off me once, and I was like,
Really?
no, it was like a bot.
Okay. We should go
But
buy
yeah.
the More About Nothing Instagrams.
That's
There's
what
No,
I'm saying.
motherfuckers, what the hell are you doing?
There's a guy with the More About Nothing Instagram that has like 2 followers.
Oh,
And I'm
He's
like,
not
man.
even active.
Yeah.
he probably hasn't posted since 2012.
Since it started.
Since it started.
Make a case.
Yeah.
All right, y'all.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for
everyone.
watching.
Shout out,
Peace
y'all.
out.
Peace. The alien is cake.
Oh yeah, we're gonna make that right
Alien
now.
is a cake.
You're
Shout out,
welcome.
y'all. Stay
You'll see
it
solid.
on our
Thank you
story.
so much.
It's gonna
Episode
be dehydrated
25.
and everything.
Shout out
Through the
Auntviv
air
again.
fryer.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.